Hey gang, it's Jill Schlesinger. I'm launching a new show. It's called Money Moves, and we are gonna move. We are gonna answer your financial questions and take the mystery out of your financial life. Follow and listen wherever you get your podcasts.
Maybe you're watching podcasts on your lunch break. Maybe you're listening while running off the calories. Either way, Amazon Music's got you. Watch or listen with video podcasts on the Amazon Music app.
And now, here's the question.
Hola, bitches. Good day to you and yours. All right, you probably did not know this, but today, right now, is National Underwear Day. That's right. Yeah. Exciting stuff. Now, as it is National Underwear Day, it should be noted that Hanes, Victoria's Secret, Jockey, other underwear makers, they're offering deals today. And I might take advantage of those because, quite frankly, I would argue that you can never have too many pair of underwear. But not everyone agrees. According to a new survey, 20% of men, that is 1 out of 5 men, wear the same underwear for a week. So that's right. Look around. If you got 5 guys in your view, one of them rocking the same underwear 7 days in a row. Now, if you're part of that club, maybe you should invest in Cribby Underwear. That's a line of underwear that the company claims can be worn daily for weeks, even months, without becoming smelly. That is their claim. But this is the same company that also sells a T-shirt that they say does not require washing for up to a month of daily wear. That would have been great for me years ago when I was homeless. Now, not through any choice of my own, but I wore the same clothes for 4.5 months straight. And I smelled like it. The entire situation sucked, but smelling like old ass was one of the worst parts of the entire experience. But it beats getting bullied. A 13-year-old middle school student in Tennessee, he was getting bullied because he wore the same clothes to school every day. He wore the same clothes to school every day because his family could not afford new clothes. And bullies, well, they're going to bully. Don't worry, the story is a happy ending. We'll get there. And then there's the harrowing tale of a fisherman who was lost at sea for 438 days. He may have even resorted to cannibalism to survive. But the only thing I can really think about is the brother was in the same clothes for 438 days. 430. To put it in perspective, imagine that whatever you're wearing right now, you're going to wear these exact same clothes every day until October 17th of 2027. Let that sink in. That's what my man did. But today we're talking about clothes. And not just clothes, not about being fashionable, but sometimes, typically through no choice of your own, you find that you have been in the same clothes much longer than you're comfortable being in those clothes. And then other times when you dig through your closet, you're like, wow, I can't believe I still own this thing. Maybe it still fits, maybe it doesn't. But that brings us to today's question, brought to you by our friends at Advanced Hair Restoration. We want to know, what is the longest amount of time you've had to wear the same clothes? Or what is the oldest article of clothing that you still own?
To be a part of the big show, call 206-803-ROCK. Like the Men's Room on Facebook, follow us on X and Instagram and Men's Room Live. Send those emails to the Men's Room at KISW.com, and I'll watch the show live on YouTube at KISW Rock.
Lemonade! Fresh squeezed lemonade! Lemonade? Oh, nuts.
Is your business struggling to be seen? Not reaching the right customers?
Yeah.
Odyssey's here to help. Your one-stop shop for digital marketing.
Wait, really?
With targeted digital media, plus SEO, SEM, social, OTT, and more, we help your business reach the right audience and drive results.
Whoa, hey, one at a time.
Stop missing out on valuable customers. Visit digitallocalads.com to learn more about our local advertising solutions. That's digitallocalads.com.
Okay, people, line starts here.
Maybe you're watching podcasts on your lunch break. Maybe you're listening while running off the calories. Either way, Amazon Music's got you. Watch or listen with video podcasts on the Amazon Music app.
That's all. Away we go. Welcome to the 21st Amendment season, episode number 4,571. What a large and charge program we have for you today. Guaranteed future repeat. Exciting return of Who Sucks Less. I don't know how you do it, Steve.
It's tough.
You find people doing bad stuff in the news, bring us 3 stories. We have to determine out of the 3, which one sucks the least. How are we looking this week?
It's not the worst, but people act a fool, and we like to cover that here. One of the stories Mike covered earlier this week happened at a Walmart. A shooting, sort of.
Oh, the person who opened fire on the other guy.
Yeah, he fired 10 times and missed them. Again,
but he also hit somebody else in the store.
Well, you got to hit somebody. He fired 10 shots inside of the store, but he missed his target.
This was at the self-checkout.
Yeah.
They were beside each other.
That is correct.
He missed 10 shots.
He missed them.
Why are you carrying if you can't hit someone with 10 shots from 5 feet away?
That should be the
Just
other
in case,
punishment.
damn it.
Like, hey, man, like, you're not helping anybody. So, yeah, they're back in the news. We also have, oh, man, a little more personal in this case because we have the wildfires going on in Spokane, and it is a freaking nightmare over there. But they believe they caught the guy that may have started it.
Oh, the guy killed his dad.
Did he do all that, too?
Yes, he did.
Yeah, I was just going to hold him to the fires. Jesus Christ. And then we have a licensed nursing assistant and things you should or should not do with 93-year-old female patients.
Okay.
With dementia.
All right. Who Sucks Less is coming up at 4:30. And today, we're going to talk about clothes that you wear. Maybe the clothing that you wore for the longest amount of time. The same clothes.
Yeah.
Or what is the oldest article of clothing you own? It is National Underwear Day.
Like they didn't know.
Now, underwear are one of those things I feel like that is, it can be very brand specific as far as your loyalty to a product. You have favorite pairs
loyal, but I do prefer Under Armour just because it keeps my testes from getting sweaty.
Well, I have similar
But I'm wearing, they're not Under Armour. This is Jockey. I got Jockey today.
I have Amazon Essentials.
Mine are
Chill Boys?
Chill Boys.
The hell are Chill Boys?
They keep my boys cold. They keep my
Is
boys
that specifically what they are?
chill. Yeah, it's for your boys.
I picture like some 13-year-old gang.
No, Chill
Like, we're
Boys.
the Chill Boys.
No. This
For real.
is all about the...
Chill Boys boxer briefs.
Yeah.
These are, and look at that. They're camo. I got camo on. No, these are tie-dye. My bad.
Good Lord, those are expensive, Miles.
How much are they?
$33
Jesus Christ. I've had them for a while.
for the anti-chafing. Oh,
well,
damn.
they do all the stuff, man. Like, I'm serious. Like, I'm nice and cool down there.
But aren't most as far as guys go, right? So I don't know about
don't
chicks
have-
underwear. I just
Oh,
know.
they're bamboo.
See?
Chill
That's
Boys?
huge.
Yeah,
All
$30.
They're great
I've
for
got
your
bamboo
swan.
sheets, man. Same thing. You know what I mean? You can get all sweaty and gross and weird, and they kind of hide how disgusting you really are as a
They
human
keep your
being.
swanch cool.
Yeah.
Now, when I was younger,
Swanch cooler.
we had tighty whities.
Okay.
And those were
That's
the,
worst.
that's the,
They did the blue
fruit-
and yellow band.
Well,
on
the fruit of the loom. Yeah, it was blue and yellow, I think. The two stripes.
Yeah, we had the same freaking thing.
And man, the one thing I remember about that is that white underwear is like going to a barbecue restaurant in a white button-up shirt.
Yeah, what are you doing?
It's just like
It's a setup.
It really is.
It's a setup.
I mean,
it
and
lets your parents know how poorly you wipe your ass. That is really what it comes
And I would
down
hide
to.
those things in the corner, like my mom would not know they were
Yes.
there. But of course she did, because she was doing my laundry.
But even worse, when your mom sees them hidden in the corner, she knows why they're there.
Oh yeah, and I did the same thing with my kids. Like they would stuff all the stuff at the bottom of their hamper in their room, and I'd go to do their laundry, and I'd look down and go, "Oh God, wow!" But then I realized, like, I did the same thing. You know, I did the exact same
I think
thing.
my conversation, because I try to keep it simple. You know, as the dad, you try to use as few words as possible, but still convey a strong message. So we would do the kids' laundry when they're much younger. They're good at it now, but you just kind of pop open the bedroom door and be like, "Hey, you need to wipe your ass better." And like, it was understood. It is understood why I'm saying this, because the washing machines are going with. I'm like, we do own toilet paper, right? You know this. And it's in there for you to use. It is not a decoration. Please feel free to have a handful and wipe your ass.
The other one is Sax. I wear SAXX. Now,
SAXX.
SAXX.
Chill Boys and Sax.
Sax.
You just like.
Now, Sax.
I mean, what is
Sax,
this?
Sax have. I'm just letting you know it's National Underwear Day. Telling you what I'm loyal to. Sax has an actual hammock in there for your
they do.
swanch.
It's called Sax.
It's a swanch hammock.
Yeah.
And
Golly.
basically, there's a little thing you stick it in there.
It's like a push-up bra for your boys.
And it holds it in place.
Do
In
your
a more-
testicles fall out of place?
Sometimes on warm days, you get summer penis.
But that's what I like about the boxer.
Good Lord.
The boxers.
They just have a rolling video of dude's package on the.
Yeah.
On the front page.
You stick it right in there.
Oh my
You know,
God.
if you're hanging, man, you just
Those are still $25 a piece, Miles.
well, and I'm not messing around with my underwear.
Well, they have a
I really only need like 8 pairs of underwear.
Ooh, Sax free.
You think that is expensive compared to how much women's underwear is?
Oh my God.
Drop tip. All
You don't
day
even know.
cooling.
You have no idea. Women's underwear is crazy expensive.
Well, it must be because I realize my dog just loves the taste. It is the caviar of garments. My wife said, my dog will not touch anything I wear. Nothing. But my wife's underwear and the crotch of pants, pajamas, you name it, gone. And I call it pants candy, which I find funny. My wife does not find it funny at all. But the dog keeps eating through her underwear. And I'm like, look, if you're going to eat underwear, eat mine because mine is cheaper.
Yeah.
That's all. Just mine's
See,
cheaper.
tax gives you this thing right here. You stick it right in that thing right there.
All right.
You know? That's what I got. These are the ones I got.
Just stick it in my mouth.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm going to give those a try, man.
I'm dead serious.
Yeah, I'm looking. They look comfortable.
There.
I mean, I was looking at the Chill Boys. They look pretty good.
I was pull up Chill Boys.
Moisture wicking. Cooler than cotton.
I'm not a
360
particularly moist
stretch.
guy. I know Ted's a moist guy down there. I mean,
No, he's not. He's hot.
his testicles light up at the
They
airport.
do. I tend to get a little heat down.
Could you
there,
imagine how hot he is in that plane ride?
That's a long plane
See,
ride.
these are great.
All right, yeah.
Yeah, they keep everything cold. All right. So it is National Underwear Day. They say style for me, boxer briefs all the way. They say it's a foundational garment that supports, covers, and expresses personal style. From practical basics to luxurious lingerie, underwear is a daily necessity, often overlooked. They say join today's celebration by refreshing your drawer, trying a new style, or simply appreciating the comfort beneath it all. And they do expect some retailers today to offer specialty brands to roll out enticing promotions. Look for deals from Hanes and Jockey offering multi-packs at discounted prices, while fashion-forward brands like Calvin Klein and Victoria's Secret might feature buy one, get one free offers or percentage off sales of their latest selections. They say if you're online, there are a couple. There's Me Undies and Parade.
You're familiar with those?
I've heard of Me Undies, yeah. I just don't remember
Look
where.
at Me Undies.
They sponsor some podcasts.
Okay.
All right. If you're going to go brick and mortar, they say Macy's and Nordstrom. Most likely have the biggest selection of intimate garments.
I saw some
reasonable
intimate
prices.
garments at Nordstrom over the weekend. Yeah, we just look. On there, my son is getting a new pair of shoes, okay? And he has to get them fitted because he's a teen, so his foot's always growing. And the woman that works there, who's helping us, is a stunningly gorgeous woman who's wearing a very tiny dress. She sits down across from my son to, check his shoe size, and her dress just pops up. But she's wholly unaware of this. And I'm not going to tell her. And I'm just getting an eye full of happy. All I can say is beautiful black underwear.
Okay.
Oh, really?
Have a little bunny cotton on the back?
I did not. I just saw the front.
Okay.
And
Well,
I
ironically
can
enough,
make some determinations about some habits she may or may not have when she's. I mean, dude, I'm telling you, like, she sat down and it was just clear in my view. And like I said, she was hot, so I was looking
well,
between
you
her
couldn't
legs.
see
like,
past the cotton, could you?
no, but in my mind I could.
All right.
And I was trying, but you could see contours and outlines. Like you understood what was happening under there. You know,
Like somebody wearing a ski mask, you can still see what they're saying.
Steve
Basically,
and I were younger and way more immature than we are now. We would go to the bar and guess grooming styles on people.
and we were about 90%.
Exactly. Hey, I bet you got. Now, this was disgusting and ridiculous.
But they would get really a little uncomfortable when they realized we're dead serious. Like, look, we know it's a ridiculous discussion, but just based on your general personality and what you were wearing, we want to
pretty
guess
well.
how you groom your pubic hair.
Pretty well.
You don't have to tell us, but we're going to guess blank. And I'm telling you, 9 times out of 10, they're like, "Oh my God, how did you know?" It's like it's the way you carry yourself.
Okay.
You know?
I remember one girl, like it was yesterday.
The one we worked with?
Yeah.
We nailed her.
She
We
was like,
pegged it.
How did you know that?
Yeah,
And
we're
I was
like-
like, because we know you.
We get it.
I know exactly what you're doing.
There's no other way you'd groom. That's how you would groom.
That's right.
Not at all.
We
Lightning
knew.
bolt. Lightning bolt. Nike swoosh. But the last time I didn't wore underwear was a 4-dayer. And this was when I went to visit my brother. And I think I've told you guys this one. But went there for Thanksgiving or Christmas holiday, whatever it was. And like anything, I am notorious for forgetting one thing. Like the last time that I went out of town was for 3 days. Before this week I took off, I was at home when I was getting my surgery crap. So I was at home. But I forgot my kit with all my toiletries.
Okay, yeah.
So I didn't brush my teeth for like 3 days.
Why didn't you just buy a toothbrush?
They had them at the hotel. I kept forgetting to buy one.
But
I
you
go
did brush your teeth.
with my finger and water.
You didn't just use the toothbrush. How do you not
I
think
didn't
about
bring
a
it.
toothbrush?
I didn't bring it.
Buy one, man.
I kept thinking about that. I kept forgetting. But the time I'm taking that serious. So by the time I got home, man, I was like, man, I really need to brush my teeth.
Yeah.
And put on deodorant and floss. But so I go to my brother's house and I wear the underwear for like 3 or 4 days. And then I'm like, dude, whenever you're going to do a load of laundry, tell me because I've got some stuff I want to put in there. Now I did not tell him that I forgot my underwear. Like I was just playing it cool every day. Wore the cool boys. I I was fine.
Yeah.
Did you do the thing people recommend, like wear them backwards and inside out and spin it around?
I think I wore them inside out one time, yeah.
Did you?
Or like for 2 days. But I didn't tell him that I didn't bring any underwear. And he's like, so he goes to do his load of laundry. He's like, what do you need washed, by the way? I'm like, just this pair of underwear. He's like, you just have one thing?
One thing.
And I'm like, well, yeah. He's like, just one pair of underwear. I'm like, dude, I forgot to pack underwear. Could you give me a pair of underwear to wear? So for that day, I had to wear a pair of my brother's underwear, which was weird.
Why didn't you just go commando? I just,
I don't.
like if he opened a package and handed me a pair, I'd go cool. But if he opens his drawer, and I know they've been washed and all that, but
I think it was because I was going to someone else's house.
Don't care.
And it was jeans.
I don't care.
And like
if it's not sweatpants,
button up. Like I just didn't want to set it on a testicle. So with jeans, the danger of you sitting
just
on
because they're tighter,
or you sitting on your jimmy it's just greater. I don't know. Those are the pants where you're going to sit on it. If you're going to sit on it, it's going to be in a pair of loose shorts or jeans every single time.
Was there any second of the day after you now put on your brother's underwear that it was not on your mind that you're wearing your brother's underwear?
He had a different style. He had cotton, and they were more like booty shorts. Instead of being boxer briefs, they were like booty shorts.
Okay,
really, like booty, like on the back it said booty.
Form fitting.
Not really.
It's kind of changed how you see him. Like, really, man? Like, I met the dude. He would not strike me as a booty, shorts, underwear wearing guy.
Well, see, like, my brother has a butt. So, like, I felt like it was kind of more poofy in the back, but it was tighter in the front. Just because of the way we're built. We're built differently. So it was weird, though, man. I was like, this doesn't feel right.
No.
As soon as I got him off, I was like, thank God. But, yeah, it was 4 days, same underwear, same pair of underwear.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of I mean, like, I get it when you camp.
Sure.
Stuff like that. But I feel like your mindset's different. Because when you go camping, you're like, I'm not changing my underwear, and I'm probably not going to poop, right?
Exactly.
That's just one, like, I will deal with this for this long, but there are moments when you travel and something goes sideways, it's out of your control, like, hey, we lost your luggage, but don't worry, it should be here by the end of the week. It's like, that's cool, but you know what's on my luggage? My clothes.
Right. Everything
including
I
my
need.
underwear. And I'm... Like I said, I don't have a problem going there. Fine, I'll buy the toothbrush. It's a couple bucks, whatever it is. But, like, I don't want to have to buy clothes on vacation. But the underwear is what starts to break me. By day 3, I'm like, I can't be in these anymore.
No.
You know what I mean? Like, it's not right.
There's a stank on them that just you can feel.
And then every time you take them off of your body, in a sense of, like, if you take a dump or something.
Sure.
It's just when you pull them back up, you're just like, ew, man. You know what I mean? Like, I know these things are swamped. I know it's me. But, like, when I got to pull them back on, I'm like, I'm not okay with this.
They put in too long of a shift, man.
They have. That's exactly it.
They're
That is
overworked
exactly
little
it.
employees.
Our question, what is the longest amount of time that you've had to wear the same clothes, or what is the oldest article of clothing that you own? 206-803-ROCK.
Sometimes it feels like the news is full of things that have never happened before. And that is not exactly true. In fact, it may have happened this very week, hundreds or thousands of years ago. I'm Sally Helm, host of the podcast History This Week from the History Channel. Trade embargoes? Thomas Jefferson tried them. Rent too high? We've been arguing about that for a while. Each episode is proof. The past isn't that far away. Listen to History This Week, available now on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
National Underwear Day. I just bought 3 pair.
Just now.
I just did, yeah.
From where? Chill Boys? Or,
Chill Boys. Chill Boys.
Why not?
I got the weekend
Saks?
collection. They got a golfing one. They got a jungle one. Because I figure I got to get my way out of there. And the Weekender.
The Weekender.
The Weekender.
What's the image on the Weekender?
Weekender looked a lot like just fun things like boating.
Okay. All the things you don't do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This is me on the weekend. According to a new study, 20% of men, that would be 1 in 5, wear the same underwear for a week. 1 in 5. That's like 2 guys on every bus sitting on a seat you might drop your ass onto in boxers. That really put the Y into Y, friends. They say only changing your underwear every 4 to 6 days doesn't just have social ramifications, it can have medical ones too. Wearing dirty underwear can lead to a buildup of bacteria or fungi on your skin, as sweat, dirt, feces, and oils from your skin accumulate in your boxers. This creates a perfect environment for the growth of these microbes. This unpleasant concoction can lead to infections and rashes, with this guy Ian Budd saying you could get a urinary tract infection. You can get balanitis.
Is that really the name of it?
Penile thrush. Oh! Penile thrush.
Jeez, man.
Do you ever know anybody with thrush?
Yes.
No.
You can't stop looking at it. You knew one person.
You
in your
did.
life
You
with
did
thrush.
know it's thrush.
With the crusty stuff around the corner of their mouth.
Like,
always,
no matter what day you see them, there's
all
like
this white,
kind of white,
yellowish
foam
crap
in the corners.
in the
Oh,
corner.
really?
You know what thrush is.
No.
Okay.
That's what it is.
Just Google it and...
I'm looking up penile thrush right
No,
now.
no, no. Look
don't.
up regular
It can't
thrush.
be. Don't do it.
And, of course, jock itch. Given the litany of groin issues, it's not surprising that they recommend changing your underwear every day.
Just for the penile thrush alone. I didn't know that was a thing until just now.
What is the longest amount of time you've had to wear the same clothes, or what is the oldest article of clothing you own? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Mimi. Welcome to the men's room.
Hey.
Hola.
My dad has a jacket that he got before he and my mom got married, which as of July 22nd was 54 years ago.
He still has it?
Yes, he still wears it. It was his dad's.
Is it a dress
It's a
jacket?
tradition. No, it's one he actually uses when he mows the lawn in the winter.
So he can actually fit it. Because that's one thing. A lot of people, I've had this for 30 years. And you can't say anything mean, but I'm thinking, you haven't been able to fit in that for 25 of those.
Yeah. I mean, if I hadn't lost a leather jacket, maybe I still have that.
Sure.
Maybe it's still okay to wear.
What's the oldest thing that you own, Mimi?
Oh, man. I have no idea. I've got some old stuff, but I have no idea, to be honest.
Wait a minute. You don't have like one of those closets that says, like, maybe I could fit into this again, and it's been in there for 25 years?
No, because I've moved around a lot. I moved from Texas to Washington, so I twice, so I lost a lot of my stuff.
Okay, now, with that in
I'm glad
mind,
you threw it away.
when it comes to changing your
Yeah.
clothes, I'm guessing you probably changed your clothes more in Texas than you did in Washington, just based on the heat and the humidity.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really humid there.
Especially the underwear. And anytime you're somewhere humid, right? So we were just in Orlando, Florida. But man, I'm sweating through my shirt. That's what a lot of people are telling me. And all I can think is, I'm sweating through my underwear. Like, I can keep my shirt on. I need to change my drawers because that bugs me more than anything else.
Mimi, did you ever get married?
No.
You did. How many times?
No, I did not get married.
You've never been married. Okay. All right.
No.
Would you marry a man with penile thrush?
No, you wouldn't. Look.
No.
I would occasionally, with both wives, there was a box, typically either underneath my bed or taking up all the top shelf in the closet of my bedroom.
Yeah.
Where I would like to put like boxes of shoes or clothing up there. But no, I have a vacuumed wedding dress that's sitting perfectly vacuumed. It almost looks like it's a framed picture in a box. Like it almost looks like a cake. Like there's a clear sheet where you can look through and see the dress from the outside of the box looking in. This is the wedding dress that my wife wore when we got married. Now, why? Look, we're not going to have kids. It's one thing to say, look, if I
pass this down.
If I'm 22 years old, maybe if I have a daughter, I will give this to her. And you know damn well your daughter is not going to she's not going to wear anything you wore. If it's the grandma,
she'll wear it.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But not direct lineage like that.
No.
Kids don't act like that toward the parents.
And also, they might not like it.
That's the deal.
But why
So look,
we keep it?
I at the end of the day, it was my job to go to all my groomsmen and make sure that I got their Men's Warehouse rental tuxedo.
Correct.
Because I had to throw it in a garbage bag and take all that crap back the next day and give it to them like, thank God it's over.
Yeah.
Why do you need to keep that dress?
I don't know.
What is the I get it. You wore it one day. We got the pictures. You have the pictures. You were talking about the fact that you were so uncomfortable in that thing all day long.
You couldn't wait to get out.
And I was itching all over you. And when I unzipped the back, I could literally hear you breathe for the first time all day. You know, like the whole thing. But no, I need to keep this and carry it around and move it to every single place that I live in from that point on for the rest of my effing life. This is one thing I don't understand. I would donate it to a bridal shop.
No, someone who needs it.
Let someone else enjoy this for a day.
But it's
let someone else wear it for a day.
But it's important.
Why?
I don't know why, but
You
I
have a ring?
discovered that it was
You have
important.
pictures?
No, I discovered this is what women do. This is years ago now, probably 15 years ago. We are at my in-laws' house in Pennsylvania. I do what I always do, which is not hang out when all the girls get together and talk, right? So they're in the kitchen, me and my father-in-law, I believe we're watching football or something. We're in a different room because we both agree and we understand. You just don't want to be a part of the conversation when it's all family because it gets weird, right? So my mother-in-law, who is terrifying but not terrifying at the same time, very kind, but you just know you need to treat this woman
Well,
with
she's
respect.
also a teacher.
She used to be a teacher. Yeah.
So that tells you everything you need to know.
So I hear her. She says my name, Stephen. So I pretend that I don't hear, because that is what I try to master the art of, hoping this is not important enough for a follow-up of my name. So then she physically leaves the kitchen and is now standing in the living room between me and the TV screen that has football. So I'm like, oh, no. And I can just tell by her face, like, I don't want to be a part of whatever you're going to ask me. So she said, I know you'll be honest with me. I said, I will be, but I don't know your question, and I hate that you open with that, because that means we're going down a road I don't want to be on. Where is my daughter's wedding dress? I'm like, the goddamn thing is in a coffin-sized box under my bed. And she was like, So I guess the discussion was, my wife was insisting I still have the wedding dress. I guess my mother-in-law didn't believe her or whatever, but I was finally the voice that said, yeah, we still have it. I'm not but in that moment, I realized, like, if she didn't have it, why do you care? Then I realized, don't ask that question, because truthfully, I don't want to know. But clearly, this is an important thing that you must do, because the way her mother was about it, like, wait a minute, this is a tense conversation to see if your daughter still has the dress that, by the way, it takes up as much room as a human corpse, right? You know, if I killed someone and put them under my bed, it's the same amount of space.
I just don't understand how this becomes a family heirloom.
I don't know. Because I was like, do you want it?
Here's the thing. You should take that out of the box every single year on the date that you got married and try to put it on again.
If you can't get it, get rid of it.
Yeah, exactly. That's the rule. 3 years in a row, you can't get in that. No Ozempic. You can't get in that damn thing.
No.
We're getting rid of it. We are donating this so someone else can enjoy it for their day and not spend as much money as we did on it.
And look, I've said this for years. And I mean this, and no one will ever listen to me, but I promise you it's good advice. If you're getting married, right, it's on your calendar. You know it's coming up, because that's the only thing you guys are going to talk about until the day it happens, okay? Guys, don't shave for a week leading up to the wedding. Ladies, don't do that crash diet crap that you guys always do to get. And here's the reason. Because every person I've ever known, whether it's family, friends, random strangers, if they pull out their wedding photos, the first comment out of both the bride and groom's mouth are, look how good we looked. And then they get sad. Because now they're fat and they're losing hair or whatever. So my thing is like, look, instead of taking Ozempic to fit into, eat pasta primavera for 4 months leading up to the wedding. Be bloated.
Right, seriously.
Look ugly. Have red eyes. That way, 10 years from now, you look back at those wedding photos and you feel good about how good you look now.
Right. I would go to our favorite dinner place where maybe, you know, we kind of celebrated the fact that we were getting married.
Sure.
Or maybe we replicate the food that we had that night. Anything other than keeping the dress.
Right.
Because, I mean,
it takes up a lot of
I wore $100 tux and gave it away. Threw it right back in a garbage bag.
Yeah.
You know, with cufflinks, the whole deal. Like, it did not mean anything to me. I don't understand why that is such a big deal.
I don't know.
I
don't know. But it's generationally important, is what I discovered.
Yeah.
When I heard that.
What's the thing you take off and fling, you know, off the leg?
The garter belt.
Keep that. How about that?
Yeah.
Keep that.
You can
keep
still
that.
fit that.
Keep that.
Yeah.
What's the longest amount of time that you've wore the same clothes? Or what is the oldest article of clothing you own? 206-803-ROCK.
My buddy Matt got married years ago. Big, long-ass Catholic mass, whatever. But he's talking to his groomsmen. There's like 7 of us. And his wife was a smoke show. So he knew one of us was going to be able to take this garter belt off kind of thing with the blindfold. And all he says, don't even let your knuckles brush. That was because we're all like, hey, man, if I get to get up under there, I'm thinking, he's like, don't even let your knuckles brush. It's like, seriously. Like, okay.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll find it.
Hello, Bob. Welcome to the men's room.
Afternoon, gentlemen.
Hola. Dan and Bob.
How are you? I think you guys probably recognize my voice enough. And so I've been in the ski industry forever, as you well know. So anyhow, back in the day, I've had this, I worked at White Pass for a bunch of years, and in the springtime, when the weather was nice, we'd go build this thing called the beach. We'd terrace it into the snow and everything like that, and we would rotate our schedules around time where we could catch the last chair up, and we'd go hang out at the beach, and it had a really nice view over in here and all that, and we had a stereo up there and everything, and we'd bring beverages and so forth up. And so it was like, okay, I need a one-piece, and so really wanted this one-piece suit. It's a full zip, to where you could just have your shorts on and a T-shirt and then have a full zip one piece. So when you got to the beach, you'd just unzip and you'd be in your shorts and so forth.
All right.
And so I bought that thing. And the thing is, it's so vain because they only made this one model in the suit. It's a spider suit. It's a really nice suit. Really nice. Back in the day, it was $500, but we got a pro deal, etc. So anyhow, I've only worn the thing like 10 times. And I was just looking at it the other day. I can still fit in it and everything. And it's like basically brand new. It's like, the thing is about it, it's so vain because that model that year only had the USA symbol on the back. It's got like a eagle and the big USA symbol on it. So it made me look like a U.S. ski team person, and I'm not. And so you really look vain and stupid, you know, even though I was a really good skier. So I just haven't worn it since, but I still have it, thinking my son might take it on. But it just doesn't fit in now at all. You'd be like the biggest geek on the hill.
I say wear it. So wear it.
Why do you think your son would want to wear it then? You know, as an adult, I can deal with people go, oh, you're a nerd, you're a geek. I go, yeah, whatever, man. But as a kid, nobody wants to be identified.
USA on the back.
Yeah.
Because it says USA on the back, you know, and I'm not a flash person at all. It's just a really, really nice suit. And he's not a flash person at all either. So, but we have this one thing where I work now. It's called the Polyester Fiesta, and a throwback. A couple days of throwback. I might have to wear it this spring for that. But anyhow, it was like, and I'm like, God, should I just take it to Goodwill? But nobody would appreciate it because I mean it's a really, really nice suit. So anyhow, it's funny. It's like, damn, was it really worth it? And yes, it was.
Yeah, I would wear it
because you won't part with it. That's how you know.
I would wear it. Honest to God.
Yeah,
look, man. If you ever skied in the '80s, everything was kind of like neon.
Yeah,
that was just the look. Kind of like, you remember Living Color? Every single one of those colors they were on their clothes. That's what basically your skis looked like. That's what your jacket looked like. That it was just you had that look, and a lot of aquas. You know, a lot of salmon
bright
colors.
Yellow. Yeah,
all those colors were. It was like a Benetton ad.
Oh yeah,
you looked ridiculous. But the people that still have that clothing, when I see them, I'm like, that is cool.
It's great.
That is cool.
And it's got to make it a comeback. You know, the oldest thing I own, this is stupid, all right? So we did whatever the hell we did. Last year, Black Raven. And we're trying to figure out which men's room T-shirt to bring back. So we got like 20 years worth of them. And I had them in this big-ass tub out in the garage. So grabbed the tub. Me and my wife were digging through this thing, pulling out shirts that we'd forgotten about. And most of those shirts were old. But also in that tub, I had 2 pairs of Champion shorts, right? And I realized, oh, my God, I've had these shorts before I even got into radio, and I got Champion because back then people laughed at you for wearing Champion because it meant you're broke. But I happened to be broke back then, so I had these 2 pairs of shorts. My son sees these because something has happened where now Champion is, I don't know, cool among the kids. I don't know. He sees these things, and his mind is blown. And it's like I've opened a time capsule, and he's like, are those original Champions? I said, yeah, man, they were probably like $7.99 a piece when I got them. Can I have them? Like, you want the shorts? He goes, yeah. I said, to wear? He's like, yes. He rocks those things all the time. His friends
They're comfortable.
Think it's cool. They're super
I used
comfortable.
to wear Champion sweatshirts.
Long. But I realized, I was like, dude, these shorts are like 35 years old. And he still wears them. You wouldn't know, but I'm like, that's the oldest clothing I own. I don't own it anymore. He does. But I could not believe that this was the coolest thing you'd ever seen.
What is the longest amount of time you've either had to wear the same clothes, or what is the oldest article of clothing you own? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Jesse. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, guys.
Hola.
So I got I really like rock and roll merch and stuff as a kid. My parents were rockers.
Sure.
So I used to live in Seattle, live in Montana now. But I always wear every T-shirt I own is from either a band, concert, or it's from a tour. And I got them all given to me when I was in like 7th grade, I think, because I always wanted to borrow my older brother's and my parents' clothes.
Okay. So they gave you so like, what's the oldest tour shirt you think you own?
I was going through it on the break. So I have an Iron Maiden Brave New World shirt from Tacoma Dome, 2001.
God, they love that place. They always play Tacoma Dome.
Yeah, well, I think
they've never played Century.
Yeah.
They've never played the King Dome. They always just stick to Tacoma Dome.
I think if I'm Iron Maiden and I just look at the demo, I'm like, we're going to Tacoma.
No, probably half my catalog is Maiden clothing. But
well, they had some of the coolest.
But So I also got probably a whole case of stuff that I can't even wear anymore. I mean, too many armpit rips or tears or getting faded. So I got probably 10 or 15 Sabbath shirts, Rush shirts, old Soundgarden stuff.
What's your rule on, let's say Sabbath was on the road right now, or Soundgarden? Would you wear one of those shirts to the concert? What is your ruling on the band shirts at that particular band's concert, with the exception of Rush? Because we know Rush people do that.
Very good point.
Right.
Rush and Iron Maiden, I feel like, are the same. You can wear your Maiden gear to the Maiden show.
Okay.
But besides that, you always wear a band shirt that you like, that is influenced or somewhat close to the band you're listening to or seeing.
I think the latest band where I've seen more of the apparel in the same vein is probably Tool. You will see a perfect circle shirt.
Yes.
But you will definitely see definitely see
Tool fans are like
Rush,
the last one, where you definitely wear Tool.
See, I only wear
Tool shirts.
I would never buy a concert T-shirt unless I'm at the show. And it's like I will buy band shirts that are just original band shirts. They have nothing to do with the tour. I will buy bar shirts. My rule is I have to be at that bar. Whatever the thing that I'm wearing is, I have to have an explanation why I have that article of clothing. I cannot wear a shirt that says, like, Deep Dick's fishing shop in Hawaii, unless I was there and I bought fishing gear.
Sure.
Like, I would not wear that shirt.
See, I don't mind wearing the band's shirt to the concert. Some people frown on it, but I would say, do you wear a different jersey when you go to the football game? Or because that would be weird. I'm like, what the hell is the difference? Now, I paid money to see this thing that's entertaining, and I'm showing my support.
Now, Mike, you have a shirt of the month club.
Yeah, my mother-in-law signed me up for the Dive Bar Shirt of the Month club.
Okay.
Yeah. And so I've gotten probably a dozen at this point of bar shirts that I have never been to.
So is it 1 year, one like Cheese of the Month club, or is it?
I think it's just 1 year. I don't know. But they've kept on coming, so I don't.
I don't know how many years she bought.
I might just be signed up for this.
Would you consider doing like a road trip or something where, like, look, some people want to see all the baseball stadiums.
Absolutely.
And that's the thing. And you go like, look, babe, I got all these bar shirts, so let's make it a point to go to this place, right? We can do other things, but step foot in this bar.
On paper, it's something that I am interested in. I would love to go and see these bars because they give you a postcard with it, and they give you a description of what these bars are and show you pictures of them. And the shirts are really, really cool. I do like it. The problem is that the places where these bars are is nowhere that I would actually want to go.
I was going to say most of those are so and so Mississippi, like
exactly. It's not like Steve's bar in Seattle. It's like Rick's bar in Roy. Like
but has anyone said that they knew the bar? Have you ever been called out on a shirt where someone says like, "Wow, you know that place"?
Ever since I started doing this, Ted has gotten on my case. He has hated it. He's called it stolen valor because he has said that if he ever saw somebody wearing a shirt of a bar that he had frequented or that he had been to, he would mention it and want to have a conversation. And if he had mentioned that with me, he would be upset with the fact that I didn't know what bar I was talking about. Now, recently, I was walking down 6th Avenue, and I had one of these shirts on because I was just going to go grab myself something to eat. I was going to just grab dinner for the night. I was walking on my way back. I was exhausted. I was grumpy that day. I was not in a good mood, and I walked, and all of a sudden I hear, "Is that the In-N-Out Bar Columbus shirt right there?" And I stormed off. I just kept on walking. I was like, no freaking way. No freaking way this guy actually called me.
Ted's right.
And it was from like Columbus, Ohio or something like that. It's like, how the hell do you know what this bar is?
He went to Ohio State.
Doggone it, man.
What is the longest amount of time that you've had to wear the same clothes, or what is the oldest article of clothing that you own? 206-803-ROCK.
Let's be honest. Life's too busy to sit down with a book sometimes. That's why Amazon Music Unlimited now lets you listen to one audiobook from Audible's catalog each month. Listen while you commute, work out, or tackle that pile of dishes. Any audiobook, any genre, your choice. Transform your daily routine into quality reading time. Download the Amazon Music app and turn your next chapter into an audio adventure.
Right here in Whatcom County, we're more than just a dealership. We're your neighbors. At Honda of Bellingham, our local team has been keeping families on the road for 34 years. Looking for a compact SUV perfect for your PNW lifestyle? Fuel-efficient daily commuter? We got you. Or something with extra power to get you and your gear up to the mountain? Don't underestimate the Honda Ridgeline. Brand new Hondas. More affordable than you think with financing that fits your budget. And drive confidently with our lifetime powertrain warranty. Local service. Affordable quality. That's the Honda of Bellingham difference. Visit us today at 2010 Iowa Street.
Maybe you're watching podcasts on your lunch break. Maybe you're listening while running off the calories. Either way, Amazon Music's got you. Watch or listen with video podcasts on the Amazon Music app.
On the Powers That Be podcast, we examine the players and currents behind today's most consequential decisions. Join us, listen to the Powers That Be, wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey, it's Jen Hatmaker. Here's what I've learned in midlife. Joy isn't the reward you earn after all the work is done. Joy is the work. That's what this new series on For the Love is all about. The sacred yes. It's choosing delight, rest, and pleasure on purpose. Because saying yes to yourself, that's the thing that finally lets you fill your table with everybody else. Come find your sacred yes with me. Follow and listen to For the Love wherever you get your podcasts.
The shenanigans continue. This is the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill.
More on National Underwear Day. A Minnesota company has created what it calls the world's cleanest underwear. An innovative self-cleaning undergarment that can be worn daily for weeks, even months, without becoming smelly. Hercleon, a material innovation group known for creating the world's first self-cleaning socks, T-shirts, and bed sheets, is now taking on the underwear industry with Kribi, a line of undergarments made from a bacteria-fighting fabric.
Kribi, if you're interested. If you want to avoid penis thrush, this might be the way to go.
The revolutionary material, called Herc Fiber, Herky, continuously destroys all bacteria, stays clean without needing a wash. All you have to do is let the underwear, quote, air out for a bit after wearing them, and you can safely put them on again the next day. It's made of a blend of bamboo, eucalyptus, beechwood, and copper fibers. The copper is actually the anti-infection, antibacterial material, as copper, believe it or not, stabilizes and heals the skin. So when it's weaved into the underwear, it slows the growth of the bacteria and eliminates it. They say you're still maybe susceptible to smell-causing bacteria. That smell doesn't last, though, like it does on cotton and polyester. There might be a little funk, they're saying, but not the worst.
Or you could not wear your underwear for like a week straight.
No, this is a month.
A month? I mean, like, come on.
What is the longest amount of time that you've had to wear the same clothes? Or what is the oldest article of clothing that you own? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Chris. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Hola.
Hola.
So this might be cheating a little bit for anybody that's lost a parent, but my dad was a lifer in the Air Force, was an officer for 25 years, and then went back to work for him as a defense contractor. I buried him 2 years ago, and it is his military service jacket that he wore at his retirement. And then when he died, I had to clean out his storage unit by myself. And I kept a few things, including that jacket. And so it's now sitting in my closet because I just haven't. It's hard.
Can you put it on?
You know,
can you wear it?
I can. But as a previous caller mentioned, I will not steal valor.
No, that's Mike doing that with dive bars.
Yeah, exactly. Look, hey man, my grandfather passed on. He left a really cool mailman postal herd safari hat.
Yeah.
All right. Jackets that were like, wool on the inside lined. I mean, really good stuff.
I don't think you can legally wear those.
I can't. That's what I'm saying. Look, it's not stolen.
The post office
it's not stolen
is
power. Like, look, I can't bring you your 10% Bed Bath and Beyond coupon.
Right, and all the other junk mail. But the post office,
I cannot wear any of his stuff.
Because you can't represent a federal employee. That's actually what it is. But most federal employees
stolen valor is a much bigger deal.
Stolen valor entirely different. But I'm saying, most federal employees are wearing a suit. So the law, generally speaking, is like, don't act like you're part of the FBI with some fake-ass badge, because the suit's a suit. But they realize with the post office, the people that dress like mailmen are mailmen. So if you dress like a mailman, other than Halloween, and you are not a mailman, and it is official post office gear, I don't know if you'd be arrested, but you can be fined.
Right.
And it's crazy.
So, but you didn't take any other items that your dad wore, right? You just took the stuff from the military.
Yeah, no, I just, that one jacket was, it's got the ribbons on it. It's got all of his medals.
Oh, God, no, you cannot wear that.
No, you got to keep
it up looking at it today.
Okay.
Yeah, of course you're going to keep that, man.
When my dad died a couple of months ago, his girlfriend's like, do you want any of his clothes? And that was the first time I'd laughed in a couple of weeks. After that, I was like, no. I have watched him, for years, and what he wears. Like, I am absolutely not wearing. I know he's got sweaters.
Right.
I know he's got khaki pants. just stuff that even if it fit, I would never
You don't wanna
wear
wear that.
for 1 second of my life.
Now, Chris, you said that you buried your father 2 years ago.
Yes. Well, I didn't. The military did, but I was there and everything. But yeah, no, I did mess up earlier. I did keep one other main thing that it's in my car right now next to me, and it was he was a big booster of my high school.
Okay.
For decades after I graduated, and he died with a lapel pin with our high school logo on it. I took that. I cut off the pin part. Sorry.
We get it, man.
Yeah, and I turned it in, flattened it out, sanded it off, and then sealed. And now it is my ball marker, and it is with me.
Oh, cool!
That's cool. Every day.
Now you got a practical application. There you go. Now
just an excuse to play golf.
Now you're going to exactly.
It's all that was. So when you said you had to clean out your dad's stuff, now I understand it's sad and you're going back down memory lane. Did you find anything weird or totally unexpected? Right, so you can find the jacket and you go like, "That's cool." You find the lapel, you're like, "Wow, it's touching," and then you're like, "What is that?"
So what's funny is he had pictures he never showed me, and it's just there was boxes, and he claimed that he stopped drinking in his 40s, and there are pictures here where I'm 4 or 5, and so I don't know, and I wasn't living with him then. And he's just getting hammered. He's just partying with all the boys, right?
Yeah.
And so it was like the highlight and the joy of that whole day of, verifying that he had a great time,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, my godfather would go down and hang with my dad, and his rule was his wife wouldn't let him drink either. Mm-hmm. And they would lay around drunk for a week.
Oh, of course.
To the point where I don't even think they ate. I just think they they delivered got a pizza delivered on the day 3, tried to eat as much as they can, then just started drinking again. And by the time that my godfather would go back home, apparently he was just crawling off the aircraft. He couldn't even walk. His side hurt for days because he probably did liver damage.
It's always anytime you go to Vegas, right? My wife would be like, "Well, call me when you get there." And I'm like, "Listen, I will call you when I get there. After that, you know the condition I'm going to be in. Don't ask what we're doing because you know what we're doing." Mm-hmm. Right? I'm not going to be able to talk to you. It's just going to upset you. Just understand. I'll call you when I get there. Then we're going to go do the stuff that you know damn well we do. Jesus. We just don't talk about. And then when I get back and you say, "How are you?" You know I'm hurting because we did everything that you thought that I did.
What's the longest amount of time that you've had to wear the same clothes, or what is the oldest article of clothing you own? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Mark. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, bitches.
Hola.
How you gents doing?
We're doing well, man.
Good. So I called in to talk about the concert tee that I got in 1980, early Feb. I understand that there were only 2 places that Pink Floyd played The Wall. And it was a freaking awesome concert. The T-shirt is obviously a few years old.
From 1980.
Is it the white one with the black brick outlines on it?
It is. In fact, it's a baseball tee, so I got the sleeves a little bit, but both the front and the back are embellished by some serious artwork, regarding the Wall's story.
And you said they only did 2 of those performances?
They played in 2 cities in the U.S.
Oh, damn.
Oh, okay. All right, gotcha.
Wow.
L.A. and Nassau. And I think they had, there was a 2 or 3 day stretch where they performed the same show.
Have you looked to see what that thing would be worth? Because, Pink Floyd fans are as crazy as Rush fans, as crazy as Tool fans, et cetera, But based on its age and, like you said, that particular album and those particular performances, I would think you could actually get a lot of money for that.
I haven't pursued that, but I certainly could.
Yeah, I don't think I'd part with it either. But hey, if you have kids and you leave it to them, they'll sell it for you. But, yeah, that's pretty cool, man.
That's awesome. I appreciate it, guys.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I can't believe you held on to that.
What's the oldest concert tee you have? I don't know. Because I kind of stopped buying them. Actually, the oldest one I have now, and it's not even that old, but just as an adult, you don't get as excited to buy the merch, but Clutch.
Okay.
They were in town about 15 years ago, and I bought a Clutch shirt.
It's probably early Alice in Chains or Soundgarden or something.
And you still got it?
Yeah. The one I don't have is Pearl Jam.
I don't.
Used to have a Nirvana one, but that wasn't an actual concert shirt.
It's just the Target version.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
What is the longest amount of time that you've had to wear the same clothes, or what is the oldest article of clothing you own? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Kim. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, guys. How are you?
Hola, doing well. How are you, Kim?
Pretty good, pretty good. Hey, so back in 1985, I was 15 years old. I went and visited my great aunt for a week, and she was going through some old boxes, and she had found her bathing suit from when she was 15 back in 1940.
Oh, God.
And she had me try it on, and it fit me. And so she asked me if I wanted it, and I said, yeah. And it's a real thick canvas, one piece, peach colored with some teal and what probably used to be white, but is kind of beige stripes on it.
Nothing says comfort at the beach like canvas.
Like canvas. Oh, my gosh, yeah. It's very stiff. But I still have that to this day. And it's one of my greatest treasures of my great aunt. So,
do you wear it to the beach?
No, I never wore it because I didn't want to ruin it.
Is it a one-piece or a two-piece? I just Googled 1940s
it was a one-piece.
women's bathing suit styles.
I mean, they were kind of the unsexiest thing in the world back then, comparatively
but
speaking.
They had to be thick because they were white.
Oh, yeah.
If you know what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so
it was definitely thick.
All right.
And then the other thing I have, you guys were talking about concerts, and it made me think, I still have a sweatshirt from a Boston concert I went to in Seattle back in 1987.
Man.
Wow.
1987.
So it can't be recent.
That had to be Boston 3 with like Amanda on it.
Yeah, I think that's the third one.
Yeah, I don't remember. I have to look at it again because it's actually stored away. It's one of those things.
Well, Boston, you got to remember, Boston only had 3 albums.
Right.
And for the most part, they only toured on 2 of them. So,
and they still sold like 100 million copies.
Because everything they did was in studio, and it was so layered and so hard to play live.
Yeah.
That's why there's no Boston cover bands. That's why you don't go someplace
exactly
and you're like, dude, they nailed More Than a Feeling. No one's ever said that.
You can't sing like them and you can't play like them.
That's
whether like you're just not good enough, right? So, did you actually see Boston in a concert?
Yes, I did. Yeah, in Seattle.
All right.
Okay. That's cool.
Yep.
Because those guys aren't around anymore. Brad Delp passed on. Like, not that they could get back together and do it. But as far as production and being able to put on a live performance, the only band more complicated than them is Yellow. As far as their studio,
yeah, because they're studio bands.
What they do, and Toto is a studio band,
but they kind of rock.
They can still go out and play the song.
Yeah,
where with Boston, it's like layer after layer. After, and ELO's the same way. What is the longest amount of time that you've had to wear the same clothes, or what is the oldest article of clothing you own? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Alan. Welcome to the men's room.
Well, hello.
Hola.
In '87, I had a pair of boots, cowboy boots, made for my feet. I still own those boots.
Can you still fit them?
Yeah. I haven't blown up that much yet.
Okay.
But they're 38 years old. I've probably worn them maybe 20 times. I have no idea what possessed me to think that I needed a pair of custom-made cowboy boots, but I have those.
How old were you when you got these made?
28.
That's why.
Okay.
Yeah.
But they're lifers. Like you just said. I mean, that's it.
It's like Doc Martens.
Yeah. I mean, you've had 20 occasions in your lifetime where, for whatever reason, that fit the occasion.
Yeah.
And they look good.
I go to a rodeo.
Yeah, perfect.
I've never been to a rodeo.
I haven't either.
I once wore them because I was dating this gal who was like 5'11", and when she put heels on, she towered over me at 6'2" on 6 foot. So tried to make up a little bit of height.
Okay, I got you. Good call.
Yeah,
good call. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if I had cowboy boots, I'd never get rid of them.
Actually, you know what? I had a pair of cowboy boots when I was 10 or 11. I remember living out in the cut, so it wasn't unusual. God, hold on, man. They have to be, I'm 57, so they have to be about 48 years old. So the thing was, I had them when I was a child, kept growing, never wore them again. My mother kept them because she would wear them, because I guess our feet were the same size, at least when I was that age. It has now gotten to the point they're sitting in my closet, and my wife wears them. Right? So she does whatever kind of dress, and she needs cowboy boots. But it blows my mind. So I look at these things, and I'm like, these boots have been with me for, almost 45 years, somewhere around there. And
what's
used.
the most ridiculous article of clothing, looking back, that you wore not because it was ridiculous, but because it was a practical thing to do? So growing up in West Virginia, I had a deerskin jacket.
Sure. Makes sense.
And it had like the tassels that came off the bottom of it.
Oh, of course it did.
Yeah, but it was warmer than hell. Also had a coonskin hat. It's warm.
I know. I know.
And it was big enough to cover my ears.
So you look like Jimmy Crockett, essentially.
I basically look like Davy Crockett.
Yeah, Davy Crockett.
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
The coonskin hat. You
I didn't wear them. I
fringe
didn't
on.
wear them at the same time.
But how cool!
But seriously, if I was going out to like shovel snow or whatever,
sure,
I would put the coonskin hat on. I would not wear the deer skin jacket. Believe it or not, deer skin jacket, not waterproof.
Really?
So I don't know like what the hell's going on with deers. Like when it rains,
They're probably like, I hate it.
Does the water just go inside their body?
Yeah.
Like,
So as a kid, though,
I mean that's serious.
Did you think the fringe was the coolest part of that jacket?
It was underneath the arm.
Yeah, I was going to say, as a kid, you're
like,
like, oh, he's got fringe. That's badass.
Well, like Rhinestone Cowboy was a popular movie.
Yeah, it was a sign of the times, for sure. I'm glad times have changed.
I thought it was cool. What is the longest amount of time that you had to wear the same clothes, or what is the oldest article of clothing you own? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Corey. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
It's not as cool because it doesn't wear like a lot of other stuff does. And if you still have it and you keep it, you're going to wear it out. It's hard to wear out a watch. But, my grandpa in the 50s and 60s worked for Coca-Cola. And after 25 years, they gave you a gold Rolex that says Coca-Cola on the dial. And so Grandpa had the watch, and my dad had the watch, and I've got the watch, and I'm wearing it right now. It really hit me when you guys were talking about burying Dad, because I'm over 20 years since he's been gone. But,
sure.
Have
you ever taken it anywhere to see what the potential value of that thing is, just based on the age?
It's funny because older watches like this actually don't value as high as the new stuff today, just because of the way the styles have changed so much. So it's more meltdown and gold, except for being a Coca-Cola item.
That's what I was saying.
Then pops it into a different pantheon. So I've never pursued it. I don't keep extra insurance on it. I wear it every day, as a just normal part of life.
Yeah,
pretty cool.
I think that's the way to do it. I mean, why lock it up in a box?
Yeah, what's the point of it?
That's exactly what I said. When I moved out of, working with my, from the neck down, working with the body, I started wearing it every day when I started working neck up, and making the money for what I know. And at that point, I wear it every day for everything. Yeah. I don't care. I'll be working on the car wearing it,
By the way, we just want to clarify, when we're talking about burying fathers, they are in fact dead.
That's right.
Yeah, we're not just.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Right,
well, look,
right,
dude,
right,
I got a $20 Timex from my dad, I've worn it, 2 or 3 times a week since it passed. It's the ugliest damn watch I've ever seen in my life.
But it works.
It's glow in the dark. You press a button and it glows.
That was tech back then. You just press the button and then you can see what time it is.
Yeah, exactly.
What was it? Takes a lick and it keeps on ticking? Timex.
But it keeps time great. Like, I understand
it's
why.
It's in the name.
I understand why he actually enjoyed the watch.
Timex.
This thing is just absolutely amazing. What is the longest amount of time that you've had to wear the same clothes, or what is the oldest article of clothing that you own? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Barb. Welcome to the men's room.
Hello.
Hola. Hola.
I got a Rolling Stones concert T-shirt from like 1976, 77, and a Sammy Hagar concert T-shirt from 1982.
Damn. That was probably like I Can't Drive 55.
I think that was a little later.
No, that's about right.
But anyway, so the kids will wear it if they would go to like an 80s, get together or something. So it just sits in the drawer.
Well, it's cool though. I mean, look.
And you were at both of those shows?
I did go to both those shows.
Matt, you got to rock those. Come on.
I think we had a $9.99 Sammy Hagar concert back in the day.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. Well, they run these 55-year stuff. If you go on the website, they have all that stuff. And I'm pretty sure he was a part of the... Or no, was it a $9 concert? Might have even been cheaper than that. Might have been like 99 cents. I don't know.
Damn.
Yeah. Our question, what is the longest amount of time that you've had to wear the same clothes, or what is the oldest article of clothing that you own? 206-803-ROCK.
Gone South has been a podcast about crime in the American South. But for our new season, we're widening the lens. Follow and listen to Gone South Season 5, available now on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your shows.
Let's be honest. Life's too busy to sit down with a book sometimes. That's why Amazon Music Unlimited now lets you listen to one audiobook from Audible's catalog each month. Listen while you commute, work out, or tackle that pile of dishes. Any audiobook, any genre, your choice. Transform your daily routine into quality reading time. Download the Amazon Music app and turn your next chapter into an audio adventure.
is live on the free Odyssey app. Text the guys at 206-803-ROCK from the Pinky's Plumbing Studio. You're in the men's room.
Kids can be quite cruel and mean at times. But so can adults. You ever been bullied for your clothes? Maybe it was the hat feet you were wearing that one time. Not bullied, but just shamed a little bit based on your...
I was shamed in my early 20s, as I should have been, because I was broke, and, I'm not doing anything good. But the white Converse tennis shoes that I had, they were no longer white, but also I'd walk through the soles, so there's just no soles on the bottom. So essentially, I'm walking on my socks, probably about 9 months wore these, but I'm walking on my socks everywhere. Most people couldn't tell, because I figured out a way to kind of curl my toes to keep them on, but my buddy Hollywood kept saying, brother, you don't have shoes, you're wearing feet hats. And he wasn't wrong, because that's what they were. It was just a topping. And got a little shame. I also avoided getting my ass kicked because of them. But, yeah, I never heard anything positive about it. I wasn't really picking up chicks when they're like, are you walking on your socks? Like, yes, I am. And I'm single.
So, okay. So my parents, they just really never spent a lot of money on a lot of different... It was just... times were tight. So, Nike shoes, there was another brand that was a knockoff brand. They think they sold them at Kmart or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
But they were called Stadia.
I remember that.
Now, Stadia looked like a Nike swoosh, but
sort of.
But it was more like a whale. Okay?
Yeah, I mean.
So these shoes, it was like the Hunt Club shirt from JCPenney instead of the polo shirt.
Yeah.
So that was my whole existence in life. And there was these secondhand, third-hand stores in West Virginia. And they were always packed because obviously it's West Virginia. There's a lot of people on food stamps, a lot of people on social benefits.
Yeah.
And it was called Gabriel Brothers. And Gabriel Brothers had all of the stuff that was messed up. So anything...
the sleeves too short on one side, whatever.
Correct. If you were training to make clothes like in China or Taiwan or somewhere, if you messed up, all those clothes went to Gabriel Brothers.
Oh, yeah.
So you'd have to look. Like you'd say, like, okay, here's a medium shirt. Well, they sewed in the wrong tag. It's really a large or an extra large.
Yeah.
Or they messed up the logo and the stitching. So, like, whatever it was just all janky and just messed up stuff. And that's what we would get as clothes.
Yeah.
And, man, I'm telling you what, from older kids, you would just get absolutely annihilated as far as, man, just like, dude, really? That's what your parents buy it? But at the same point in time, you're a child. You are growing fast. Like, you're going through clothes quickly.
I understand
shoes, the whole deal.
What I would say to parents is this. Don't buy something that looks close to the actual thing they want, right? So if you just wore a collared shirt that had no logo on it, no one says anything. But when you got Hunt Club, you're right, because it's not polo. But what you're saying is, I want polo, but I don't have polo.
No.
That's what they jump on. Your Stadia shoes. Like, look, just get them a pair of shoes that doesn't have anything on the side, because when you look at Stadia,
exactly.
Like, you wanted Nikes,
right.
but you don't have Nikes.
That's why when I bought the Shaq shoes, I was made fun of at the gym all the time.
Oh, my God, yeah.
Well, I didn't have the money.
I know.
I couldn't buy,
everyone knew why.
I couldn't buy
That's why
Jordans.
they made fun of it. His whole thing was like, look.
I'm going to Target. I'm going to buy him Shaq shoes.
I got Shaq shoes for $35 because basketball shoes at the time. And you showed up at the gym, we're playing basketball, man.
I just get hammered.
And them dudes are like, yo, are those Shaq shoes? Yes. Okay, man.
Good for you.
All right.
Good chance to plug up Kicks for Kids right now.
Yes, indeed.
Since we're on the topic. Kicks for Kids, KISW.com. Those are for the kids at Mary's Place. The kids don't want to hear this right now, but they're almost ready to go back to school.
Yep. Sorry, kids.
Summer kind of flew by there. The goal is 20 grand. And what Mary's Place will do is they take the money, and then the kids get to pick out their shoes. So back to the confidence.
Pick them out.
Back to the confidence level we were talking about, me walking in with Stadias or whatever.
They're not getting those.
No, they're not.
Not one of those kids is getting Stadia.
No, whatever they want. If they want Vans, they're going to get Vans. If they want Nike, they can get Nike.
But your parents would have got you
Old Chucks.
They're not Vans, but they're buses.
My shoes were tied together without a box. Those were the shoes that I got.
Yeah.
There was no box with it.
And they sold them at the grocery store. It's not like where you used to buy TV Guide and candy and gum. They had a big ass bin, and one bin would be a bunch of big rubber balls for like $1.99, keep your kid occupied. Or there's that big ass shoe bin, and every shoe looked exactly the same. You just had to find your size. And the words I hated most, you'd be in line at the grocery store. My father rarely went. I'd take after him on that tip, but we'd be there, and he would turn around, look at me and my brother, and say, "What size shoes you guys wearing now?" And we knew that meant he just saw a supermarket bin, and it's like, dude, please. So you try to lie, because the last thing you wanted was him to actually buy you these pairs of shoes. So I'd always try to go like a size smaller, right? Because you couldn't try them on there. But then when you got home, he'd be a little upset, like, damn it, Stephen, how do you not know the size? And I'm like, I do know the size. I don't want to tell you the size, because if I told you the size shoe correctly, you'd have bought me a pair. Now I can't wear these.
The most name brand shoes I ever got were shoes called Keds.
That was
that was the biggest name brand shoe I had.
It's like the nurse's shoe, isn't it?
Keds. I don't know what it is now, but back then I was like, this is awesome. By the way, if you could please give to Mary's Place and Kicks for Kids.
Yeah.
I help out the kids, seriously. KISW.com.
Yeah,
but this leads me to this story here. They say, often bullies are cruel and petty. For one high school freshman, he was being treated so badly because of his clothes. And you know the drill. Mom didn't have enough money. So Michael was just starting his freshman year at MLK College Preparatory School in Memphis. And from his very first day, he was getting bullied. This went on for 3 straight weeks. And what is now his new school, sadly, was nothing new for Michael. He'd been bullied all of his life for this. But his classmates had noticed that he wore the same clothes every day. And as bullying often does and goes, it was enough for him to become the target of his peers. He just said, look, I really don't have clothes at home. My mom can't buy clothes for me. I'm growing too fast, and we don't have any money. Then one Monday, they say things changed. One Monday, Michael was surprised with an incredibly thoughtful gift. 2 of the school's football players handed him a present, a bag full of clothes. He says, I was very happy. I was shocked completely. He never expected such kindness from his classmates. His 2 new buddies could not stay silent in the face of bullying. When I saw people laugh and bullying him, I felt like I needed to do something, according to Christopher Graham and his buddy Antoine Garrett. Christopher went through his own closet, grabbed a bunch of clothes, and then asked his friend Antoine for help. He said he admits he, at first, had been part of the bullying, but then he decided he needed to make things right. He wasn't smiling or anything. I was like, man, I think this is going too far. I'm sorry. I want to make this kid smile. I told him we're in the same third period. I apologize for laughing at you, and I want to give you something to make it up.
Good on him, man.
Yeah, he said it was an awesome moment. They wanted to put an end to a bullying, and apparently they did. So our question, what is the longest amount of time that you've had to wear the same clothes? Or what is the oldest article of clothing that you own? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Leo. Welcome to the men's room.
Hey, guys.
Hola.
Hola. So, hey, you guys talking about shoes, that reminds me. So my mother divorced my father when I was about 6 years old. It was me and my brother, and she moved out of the house and took us with her. And we lived in an apartment, and we didn't have a lot of money, and she was trying to get a job. And there was a basketball camp I wanted to go to, and we didn't have the money for it, but I got some sponsorship from some neighbors. We went around, collected some money, and they all said, oh, yeah, we support you. And I didn't have any tennis shoes to play, to wear to this basketball camp. So my older brother, which is a stepbrother, he's like 4 years older than I was. I borrowed a pair of his Converse, and they were like 2 sizes too big for me. And so I kind of stumbled through that basketball camp. But
hey, it's the original basketball shoe.
Yeah, exactly. Grow into them. That's what they tell you. I'm going to buy you a half size bigger than you are right now because you're going to grow into them.
I always say that to my kid now.
Seriously, that was the drill.
Yeah, this weekend. I'm like, dude, get a half size bigger.
You tripped for the first 3 months and any pair of shoes you had that were new.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So the reason I called really was when you were talking about clothing. So every concert I've ever really been to, I've always bought a T-shirt. If I could afford it, I tried to buy one. And back in the day, they weren't as expensive as they are now.
Correct.
But the first concert I ever went to, I saw, it was Ted Nugent, Cheap Trick, and AC/DC opened up for him at the Coliseum. And that was in 1978, I believe. I was like 13 years old. So I still have that T-shirt. It probably fits my dog better than it fits me. But
I can believe that.
That's cool, though. I'll tell you what sucks about the merch table these days. First of all, I don't know what's going on. Back in the day, you walked up to the table, you gave the guy cash, he throws the shirt at you, you throw it over your shoulder, you leave. Now it's a complete us show. People just stand up there like the people at McDonald's who've never been. It's and then they have to do the card thing and all this crap. And I mean,
you've been in line
the merch
for
line,
20 minutes.
Right. The merch line is almost to the point of just like, no.
It's not worth it.
I'm not doing you need more merch areas or something. Figure this out, guys, because people don't want to miss the show. And I don't
think it's on the merch table, though.
Something slowed them the hell down.
Pay Simple. You've been in
whatever it
line for 20 minutes. We display everything we have
Yeah.
available.
Just pick something
and
out.
You didn't
tell
make a
them the size,
decision.
get the hell out of there.
It's not difficult, but people look
Yeah,
for whatever
I was going to
reason.
buy a T-shirt, but the line was too long. I've heard that 100 times in the last decade.
My wife actually found the workaround for that.
What's that?
Bring
Order
your
them
husband.
online?
Bring your husband.
Oh, is that so you'll go?
So you
Exactly.
wait in line.
So we'll go to a Jonas Brothers show or something like that.
Well, that's because you don't care about the
we'll
show.
go over to the merch table and say, I want number 14, I want number 38, and I want this bag over here.
I'll do that.
Okay.
I'll do that for if I'm going to a show that I don't care about.
I would put
But
3
if I
songs
wanna-
in, and then
if
I'll
I-
go.
But if I want a damn Soundgarden shirt, I'm standing in line for it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's mine.
Wait for the song that you don't want to listen to. Then run through the merch
Yeah,
table.
but just say, hey, we have a new one. That's when you go to the merch table.
Exactly.
Or, hey, we're going to slow
But
things down.
I like Black Rain when they played that.
That's what I go. But like, you're gonna. This is one for the chicks.
This is my like. I need this shirt. This is my band.
Yeah.
You know, like, will you people in front of me? Will you speed the F up? Like, what is going on?
How did you not know what you wanted? You've been here for 20 minutes, and not until the guy said, "Hey, what can I get?"
Damn it.
This is the first time. Why did you even get in line then?
And why do you
They
need to see it
also,
up
they
close?
also have a code so you can scan it. And you can just order it online and get it sent to your house. Like, no, I'm at the damn venue. This is how you do it. You get the T-shirt and you take it home. That's the way it works in a concert. You take something home with you.
And also, just take cash.
I know it's
Everything
$40.
used to be everything
I don't
used to
care.
be by increments.
See, you're
of
slowing
10.
it down.
Because here's $20. I'm out.
Yep.
I'm not scanning anything. I got to pull out anything on the app. Just like Jesus Christ, man. Just hand the man cash.
What is the longest amount of time that you had to wear the same clothes, or what is the oldest article of clothing that you own? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Mike. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
Well, this is bringing back the memories this whole last hour. The tennis shoe thing. My folks got divorced when I was in junior high, and Mom didn't have much money, and she bought me the ugliest, crappiest tennis shoes at Kmart, and I was mortified to wear them. But
That's the only shoes you got, though.
nowadays you just have to look back and kind of smile. But
I mean, look,
But I still never would do that to my kids, even as an adult now, because I remember how just crappy that was to go through that whole, like that would be one thing I would try to, if I can avoid you having to go through what I had to go to. I don't care if they're $100. I will buy them for you.
The one thing I would say, though, and I can't bitch about it much, because my grandfather years ago showed me a picture of him, one of his school pictures. He was in either late junior or early high school, but just based on the age. But it was like 9 of them in the picture, and no one had shoes. And I said, where were your guys' shoes? And my grandfather said, we didn't have shoes. I'm like, you went to school barefoot? He's like, yeah, because we didn't have shoes. I'm like, damn. So don't bitch too much about the kids, because it's better than being barefoot.
For sure. But go back to the concert shirts. I have a 36-year-old concert shirt from the last Stevie Ray Vaughan concert at the Gorge.
Oh, wow.
And Miles, you're talking about your fringed deerskin jacket.
Yep.
My 81-year-old father was a huge cowboy fan when he was a kid. He wanted to be a cowboy. He loved cowboy movies, cowboy TV shows. He used to wear cowboy clothes. He had a deerskin fringed jacket when he was a kid that he handed down to me in about probably 1968. I'm 60 years old now. And I wore it till probably the mid-70s. And then my sister got it, and she wore it, and she still has it to this day.
So, okay, so what's the answer to the magical question? Why is that jacket not waterproof? I'm a deer.
On the Powers That Be podcast, we examine the players and currents behind today's most consequential decisions. Join us, listen to the Powers That Be, wherever you get your podcasts.
From daily news to dating fails, conspiracy theories to cooking with celebrities who can't actually cook, Amazon Music's got the most ad-free top podcasts ready to entertain, included with Prime.
I get rained on. I'm in the woods. You tell me that rain is going inside my body?
Right.
Like this jacket does? Like, seriously.
Yeah, I have no idea. I have no idea.
Just makes no sense to me. It's skin, damn it. I've also seen those jackets, man, where it's leather from a cow, but they kept the fur on, the hair.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool, too.
Oh, that's super cool.
Like a spotted white and like light tan, brown
I got a pair of boots
cow.
like that, and everyone's like, dude, is that real cow? Now, to make people uncomfortable, I tell them it's Dalmatian. It never goes over well in Seattle, but I say it every single time. I'm like, oh, no, it's Dalmatian.
What is the longest amount of time that you had to wear the same clothes? Or what is the oldest article of clothing that you own? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Candy. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
I don't care that nobody knows who Black Oak, Arkansas is anymore, but I had the wildest night.
Jesus,
in a
man.
biker bar.
I know who they are, but I'll be honest with you. I feel like Obi-Wan Kenobi. You know, like, that's a name I haven't heard in many years.
Is that Jackie Blue?
No, I don't know. It was, I saw them in Levy, Arkansas, and like it was 1988 at a biker bar, a wild night.
Sounds about right.
Yep.
Yep, and Jim Dandy, I bought the T-shirt, and I came up to Jim Dandy, and I asked him to sign it, and he said, turn around. So I turned around, and he signed "To Candy" from Jim Dandy on the back. I'll break that thing out anytime.
Okay, so you kept it.
Oh, yeah.
When's the last time you wore it?
Oh, I'd say about 5 years ago.
All right, and did anybody know who they were?
No.
Really?
No, but I pointed it out.
I mean, look, I remember the band. It's just, but yeah, I've not even heard that name mentioned in many.
They did a song called "Hot and Nasty."
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Candy knows.
Hot and nasty.
Yep.
All right. Okay.
All right. Wow.
Backdoor Man. They do a version of that.
Black Oak, Arkansas. That is a reach. All right.
Okay.
Good for her. Hello, Brandon. Welcome to the men's room.
Hey guys, hola.
Hola.
Happy Wednesday, happy hump day.
Oh, hell yeah.
First time caller, long time listener. Been listening to you guys since I was probably 21 years old. A little bit older now, but you know.
We appreciate it.
For sure.
So my story was I started out playing high school football. I was probably like 230 pounds, maybe not even 6 foot. I brag and I say, yeah, I'm 5'7", and people pull out a tape measure and they're like, no, you're not. So I had a lot of anger issues growing up, and so my boxing coach, or my best friend who had a boxing coach, which is his dad, said, hey, let's work out some of those issues. And I said, all right, whatever. Started doing boxing with him for maybe 3 years or so.
All right.
And unfortunately, I had to move up to Seattle from Colorado for family reasons. About a year later, he ends up dying in a DUI car accident.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. So I go down there for the funeral. My best friend was like, hey, Dad would have wanted you to have this. And he handed me one of his crosses. He was always a very religious type of guy. Me, I look at it as like it's a symbol of something, a symbol of hope, symbol of, something to look forward to. Who cares? I'm not a very religious guy, but that's just how I see it.
Sure.
And so I've been wearing that cross for close to 22 years.
Damn, man.
That's very cool.
on you.
I've got one. I've got a cross that my grandmother gave me, and it broke. The chain broke.
Yeah.
So I've just still not forgotten to get the clasp fixed.
Let's get it fixed, man.
Yeah, I know.
You used to wear it every day.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. What is the longest amount of time that you've had to wear the same clothes, or what is the oldest article of clothing you own? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Terry. Welcome to the men's room.
Hey.
Hola.
Hola, bitch, hola.
Hola.
So, yeah, I'm calling about my dad was in the Army, and in 1980, we got stationed over into Frankfurt, Germany. And so I proudly took my KISW rock T-shirt, which I still have today, wore it proudly over there in Germany for years. On top of that, I've got a Led Zeppelin T-shirt that I saw Led Zeppelin there in June 30th, 1980. It was one of their last concerts. It was like, I think they played like only 3 after that, before Bonham died.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then on top of that, also, I heard the guy talk about the Pink Floyd shirt. I've also saw Pink Floyd in Germany, the Wall Tour. He's right, they played 2 places in America and then 2 more overseas, London and Dortmund, Germany. I saw him in Dortmund. Still have that concert shirt also. I've got the tickets of both.
I'm curious, man. You said you have that old KISW shirt. Was it 99.9 or was it still FM 100?
I would have to look at it.
I think 80 was FM 100.
FM 100.
Yeah, because we have a retro shirt for a 55th at the Rock Shop at KSW that I wear all the time. People love that shirt.
Oh, yeah.
I get a lot of compliments on that, actually. People don't even know the radio station.
That's probably the only shirt I can't fit in anymore. It's
It's really small. I probably got that when I was only in about probably 7th grade. So.
Oh, God, yeah. You're not fitting into that, brother. That's for sure. Damn.
My wife, she comes across them all the time, and she wants to get rid of my... I'm like, you better not. The Zeppelin, with my ticket, I've been offered $500, and that was years and years ago even. Wow. Because of... Yeah, so there's even a bootleg tape about that concert out there called the Frankfurter, Zeppelin Frankfurter, and it's awesome. A lot of controversy over Jimmy Page going off about, that plant wasn't going to come back out, and I was there, and I heard some cussing, and they took it out of the tape, the bootleg tape, but it was awesome.
Okay.
That's pretty cool, man.
We don't care about that. He can date a 9-year-old.
Yeah. You're right.
That's the problem. Who Sucks Last is coming up at 4:30, and we get your emails on the way next to the men's room at KISW.com.
Make money from your podcast with the Odyssey Creator Lab. You create the show, we bring the advertisers. Apply now at creators.odyssey.com.
From daily news to dating fails, conspiracy theories to cooking with celebrities who can't actually cook, Amazon Music's got the most ad-free top podcasts ready to entertain, included with Prime.
Hey there, I'm Kendra Adachi, and my show, The Lazy Genius Podcast, helps you be a genius about the things that matter and lazy about the things that don't, and you get to decide what matters. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm here to give you a new way to see. Episodes of the Lazy Genius Podcast are full of compassionate time management tips and permission slips to do what makes sense for you. New episodes drop every Monday. Follow and listen to the Lazy Genius Podcast on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
From daily news to dating fails, conspiracy theories to cooking with celebrities who can't actually cook, Amazon Music's got the most ad-free top podcasts ready to entertain, included with Prime.
We return to the men's room with Miles and Thrill.
Who Sucks Last is coming up at first time for a few emails to the men's room at KISW.com. And a couple from our question. What is the longest amount of time that you've had to wear the same clothes, or what is the oldest article of clothing that you own? Let's see. Guys, what on a different note. Hey there, did Miles smell like Ozzy yet? Curious about the review. I'm thinking about dropping the coin for a bottle myself.
So what do you think? What's your review of it, man? You got the bottle.
You know what? It smells great.
But you're not wearing it.
Well, I mean...
You got to wear it to work, man. I mean,
all right.
On the weekends, you're hitting on the ladies.
I'm not trying to turn you guys on.
Well, see if it works.
All right, I'll put it on.
Look, you already turned us on, man. Just put on the cologne.
Right.
Okay. Make it full circle.
You tease.
All the guys, my husband will attest that the Shanasty ball hammock underwear are super comfortable and keeps the boys from sweating.
Shanasty?
Shanasty.
Shanasty.
That's what it says. What else we got here? Oh, here's a very popular one back in the day. It says, I have a lined Levi's acid wash jacket.
Oh, yeah.
That I bought in 1987. It still fits. Must be worth a fortune now.
I don't know if it's worth the fortune, but I remember the acid wash look was awesome, I thought.
Guys, I found my Little League football jersey from 1987, still Rockets. That from Clarence in Marysville. Still have my original Guns N' Roses Metallica Stadium Tour shirt.
Nice.
I remember that. That was, 88?
Because it was what?
80,
those two,
89,
and then Faith
maybe?
No More, I believe, was the third band on the bill.
And sometimes Living Color.
Oh, really?
Yeah, depending on the show.
All right.
Let's see. Still have the Boonie hat that was issued to me for my 1991 deployment in support of the first Gulf War. Wear it all the time for yard work, rafting, and my fishing trips. That from Nico, listening in Chico, California.
Chico.
Guys, I've got a Devo shirt I've had since my freshman year back in 2015. I have it signed by every current member of Devo. Well, that are left. As well as the Toadies, Marilyn Manson, and Gary Newman.
Wait, are some of the Devo guys dead?
I believe one. I wore it to my first concert and keep the son of a bitch framed right above my bed.
Nice.
Have a good one. That from Nathan. Guys, I have a K-Rock Seattle shirt that my dad got in 1977. I guess we had a K-Rock radio station.
I'd say K-Rock Seattle?
Yeah, in Seattle.
Okay.
I believe Hair Club might have been a program director there for a while.
Man, that seems vaguely. In my mind, K-Rock is an L.A. station, but I'm sure there's.
I think there was one in town because I think they were poaching talent for everywhere.
I got you.
One of those deals.
Okay.
They were like, we're going to take your morning show. 1983 Van Halen concert. T wore it in our class of 84 picture. 40 years later, I wore it to my class reunion, which was staged on Garfield Hill in Kennewick. I had to get it back for my kid. What else? When I got married, guys, I had 2 pairs of Durango cowboy boots, Keto, and a pointed toe. Got them when I was 16. I got married at 31. One day I come home, and my now ex-wife said, well, I decided to donate them because I never see you wear them. Are you effing kidding me? And here's another one. Ola, Heather from Burien. Nickelodeon took over my school when I was in 2nd grade. We all got T-shirts, and I still have mine, 36 years later, and it fits. What a great experience that was.
I never had anything remotely like that at my schools.
No.
Me and a kid, a Nickelodeon rolls in, like, this is the greatest day of my life.
We had something like some crappy like singing group in like Up With People or some. I don't know, like the AIDS Patrol.
We always got yelled at. It's just Baltimore City, right? So the presumption when you were a kid was that they would always start every assembly the same way. And they wonder why people have like these self-image problems. But they would start every assembly, and I swear it did not matter who came in to speak to us. It was always look to your left, look to your right. And we would all do it, and they'd follow that up with 50% of you are going to be in jail by the time you're 18. That's how they started every assembly. Yeah, and everyone's got yelled at. Cool. It's like, cool, that's fun.
Guys, my oldest piece of clothing I own was given to me by my uncle. He gave me a like new Ralph Lauren polo toggle wool coat. This thing has got tails, basically. It comes down. I believe he's owned that since the 80s. Great coat to wear when it's cold out. A little heavy. I've gotten so many compliments when I've worn it out in the chilly weather. For reference, we got a link to it. This one retails for $2,000. I can only imagine how much mine would be worth since it's, quote, vintage, I guess. That from the lovely Elizabeth. Ola, 2 things. I have an old, what I believe is a JCPenney farm jacket that was my grandfather's. Based on its condition and the era, I would say it's probably from the 40s or 50s. I have that in my collection. At one point, I was able to wear it. Right now, I'm a super fat ass. The other thing I had, I bought 2 pairs of Durango cowboy boots when I was 15 or 16 years old. One was brown square toe, and the other was black pointed toe. So, so VD is the one who also texted in.
The boots.
Yeah, so his cowboy boots were thrown away by his ex-wife.
I know the square toe ones were.
Yeah, maybe she just gave them to me because she liked me. I remember your ex-wife. She's kind of nice to me. I wore my Eagle Scout uniform for
great in the sack.
1969 just last week while touring with the Chief Seattle Council at Camp Edwards in Monroe. That's cool. Eagle Scout uniform from 1969. Still can wear it. Not bad for being 71 years old.
Still have your Eagle Scout uniform there, Mike?
I do, sir.
Miles, do you? Oh, never mind.
I've got my. I bet I got my.
No,
shirt.
but it's not Eagle Scout.
No, it's Life.
Yeah.
That's all I got. All right, time for a couple of birthday emails brought to you by Men's Room Roasted Red Salsa from San Juan Salsa Company.
Tip responsibly.
Konnichiwa, mi amigos. I do declare it is my birthday.
Konnichiwa, mi amigos.
Of Liam, pronounced tricycle today. How many dad jokes can he get while Batman Thrill tries to navigate through Seattle traffic to deliver him an ice cream cake? He would love to find out. Enjoy the kit. So purple haze, y'all. That from Bacon, who speaks in an absolutely foreign language that I still don't understand. Let's see what we got here. Couple dad jokes. Oh, I got a couple from Jerry sent some in. Guys, I had to cancel my bullfighting classes.
Oh, yeah?
They were charging too much. I've been trying to get over my fear of moving stairs.
Oh, yeah?
But the problem is escalating. There's more Jerry jokes. Where does Captain Kirk go to rent a car?
Enterprise.
Yeah. Gentlemen, my dad Mark is having his 69th birthday today. He could use a little cheering up, so how about giving him the following? A fart montage, a holy SJ, an andro penis, and Mafia Don Thrill, telling him how to enjoy his vacation in Aruba and Curacao next year. Keep on rocking. That from Michael.
Are you me? Holy J!
You're looking for a good time in the Caribbean. First of all, it's not Aruba. It's Aruba. And
oh, no.
At least that's what I'm reading. I see Aruba. Also, it's not Curacao, it's Curacao. Either way, when you get to a rubber, ask for a rubber and then put it to work. You're welcome. Tell your mother I said hello.
Gentlemen, today's my mom's birthday. Speaking of Kimberly, she's been spending recent weeks having beers on her porch and listening to the show with me, especially Thursdays for Big Dummy. So hoping to get an angry sugar glider, turtle sex, and a few dad jokes from Miles if possible. Thank you guys for all the entertainment and the laughs. Sincerely, that from Dylan in Tumwater.
Oh, yeah.
I'm surprised I still got that.
And he's angry.
Yeah.
And some turtle sex.
It's some turtle sex.
I get a feeling Sugar Gliders do it better.
Dad jokes. I told you guys how much I hate autocorrect on my phone.
No.
My worst enema. I saw a dude shred 5 pounds of cheese in 30 seconds.
Oh, yeah?
Greatest thing ever. I used to date a baker.
Oh, yeah?
I need her. And when younger, I played in a band called The Hinges.
Oh, yeah?
We opened for the Doors. All right, guys. Here you go. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday to you, to you, to you.
Ja, the Dirty Germans brought to you by Men's Room Original Sausage. Available through Uli's World Famous Sausage, mensroomlive.com, and other fine retailers. Mmm, Schweinefleisch.
Maybe you're watching podcasts on your lunch break. Maybe you're listening while running off the calories. Either way, Amazon Music's got you. Watch or listen with video podcasts on the Amazon Music app.
Lemonade! Fresh squeezed lemonade! Lemonade? Oh, nuts.
Is your business struggling to be seen? Not reaching the right customers?
Yeah.
Odyssey's here to help. Your one-stop shop for digital marketing.
Wait, really?
With targeted digital media, plus SEO, SEM, social, OTT, and more, we help your business reach the right audience and drive results.
Whoa, hey, one at a time.
Stop missing out on valuable customers. Visit digitallocalads.com to learn more about our local advertising solutions. That's digitallocalads.com.
Okay, people, line starts here.
Now, the men's room wants to know who sucks less?
Hey, time for Who Sucks Less. Stephen Thrill here. Bring us 3 stories from the news each and every week. They always suck. It is up to us to determine out of those 3 stories which one sucks the least. Now, if you happen to like the Men's Room on Facebook or you follow us on X and Instagram and Men's Room Live, the debate is already underway on Who Sucks Less.
Yes, indeed. Let's just get started with the story that our very own Mike Hawk brought us on Monday, I believe it was. We go to Pennsylvania, where a Walmart shopper pulled out a gun in the store's checkout area and tried to shoot another customer 10 times while arguing with them. By the way, he missed and shot a worker instead. Now, the chaos unfolded at a Walmart in a place called Glen Olden, about 18 miles south of Philadelphia. It's 7:30 in the evening on a Friday. Police, by the way, still searching for the gunman over the weekend. Quote, they rushed everybody to the back of the store. I could see something ricochet to the floor, and then it flashed. I'm assuming that was a bullet. That's the testimony of one customer that was there. Another shopper told a local TV station that she heard children screaming, saw another person hyperventilating. Quote, she was panicking. I went to her side. I was telling her to breathe, take deep breaths, so she'd be able to think and concentrate. Well, police officials say the gunman was arguing with another man in the self-checkout area when he pulled out a pistol and fired 10 shots at the other shopper. He missed the other shopper all 10 times. However, he did manage to hit a female employee who was not part of the altercation, hit her in the calf. She was taken to a local hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Now, police say they're reviewing surveillance video inside and outside of the Walmart, as well as the suspect's purchase history to try to piece together what happened and identify the suspect. And again, part of my issue with them, don't pull out a gun to shoot someone over an argument. And also, if you fire 10 times, you got to hit them once.
You would think.
You're in the checkout area. It's almost like the guy was 200 yards away, and you close one eye, squeezing a pistol. It's like, dude, he's right there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like a driver's license. Look, you have to go take tests for that.
You got to take tests.
Look, I understand qualifying to be able to have a conceal or carry and conceal, but you still need to know how to operate the weapon.
Yeah. And clearly, you do not. All right, let's continue. This one a little more personal. A convicted felon, he's been arrested on an arson charge, suspected of starting the fire that has now burned thousands of acres and hundreds of homes on the east side of our fine state. So a person reported seeing the man in the trees looking nervous. Then 10 minutes later, saw smoke rising from that area. Well, a man matching that description, he was questioned the day of the fire, but then released. He was in possession of waterproof matches and a butane lighter. Now, piecing together the evidence a little later, they positively identified the man and developed probable cause that the man was kneeling in the grass at the spot where the fire started. The suspect is 37-year-old Aaron Farinacci. He was arrested Monday night in Spokane, now being held on $1 million bond. He should be lucky he got bond. And the man... He has previous convictions for, manslaughter in Arizona. Now, the Old Trails fire started on Saturday afternoon, quickly pushed through Riverside State Park into the neighborhoods in North Spokane. Hundreds of structures, including entire neighborhoods, have burned. And, Mike, like you said...
700 homes.
You know someone over there who lost pretty much everything,
My
correct?
dad's cousin lost pretty much everything.
Yeah. Thousands of people obviously remain out of their homes due to the widespread evacuation orders. The fire is one of 3 burning in the Spokane area, considered to be the top fire priority in the nation. And again, this is not because it's that time of the season. It's because this jackass intentionally started this fire.
If you'd like to help out, by the way, that with the American Red Cross, we do have a link up at KISW.com. Excellent. So if you want to donate, please
do something.
I mean, you can smell it here.
I mean, like I said, I just, it's wildfire season, as it is every year around this time of the year. And to find out that someone started it intentionally, it just...
Right.
God, that makes me angry. And then our final story today, a licensed nursing assistant took a naked photo of a 93-year-old female patient with dementia and then sent the image to her ex-girlfriend. So Florida police say that 44-year-old Jessica Johnson took the photo around 4 o'clock in the morning while the sleeping victim was lying in her bed at the nursing facility naked. Johnson then sent her ex-girlfriend the digital image along with a text message stating, quote, "My first room, LMAO." Now, according to an arrest affidavit, that communication included 2 laughing emojis. Well, upon receiving the image, the ex-girlfriend did the right thing and contacted law enforcement. So, confronted by the Largo Police Department, Johnson reportedly admitted to taking and disseminating the nude photo. She claimed it was done in a joking manner and that she'd blurred out the patient's face. Well, the elderly victim, a cop noted, did not give consent for the defendant to take the photograph or send a photograph and a text message. She was charged with digital voyeurism, which is a third-degree felony, booked into the county jail, which she was released later after posting $5,000 bond. That's it for that. Anyway, she's a certified nursing assistant, according to the Florida Department of Health. She was first licensed back in March 2012, and as of this writing, has no disciplinary cases or public complaints on her record. But she's about to.
Wow. Okay.
Well, this is fun.
It's always upbeat, man. What are you talking about?
Well, the person in Walmart, someone got shot.
Someone did get shot.
So, man, the manslaughter thing, that's... I guess, dude, it's the Florida naked photo. It really that's horrible.
I agree,
but that's got to be the one that sucks the least in my mind. People are saying the nurse at then Walmart, then the fire.
I agree.
See, I think we're gonna go with the Walmart shopper on this one
because they missed.
Because they shot somebody though. They did shoot somebody.
Didn't mean
I know that, but I might not mean to shoot you, but I did.
I get that.
Sucks.
I get it. Does suck. Like it does suck. And I'm not saying it doesn't.
Would you rather me take a picture of you nude sleeping or shoot you?
Shoot at me, Miles. You didn't hit me.
But someone got hit.
Somebody.
Right.
I'm
talking about you. You're naked. I take a picture of it. I send it to Steve. Go, hee.
Do not send that to me.
Or I shoot you. What would you rather have happen?
I would rather he shoot you than send me a nude photo of it.
Shoot me. To be honest with you, I'd rather be shot than have a naked photo.
Because it's in the calf.
Right. And it's a story at that point. They're going to be fine. It's not okay.
What, you got shot in a Walmart? You're telling people that?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
I'm just working a day at Walmart and I got shot.
Debate continues on Who Sucks Less. If you like the Men's Room on Facebook or follow us on X and Instagram at Men's Room Live. All right, coming up at 5:08, we'll drink and toast with a shot of the day. You are listening to the Men's Room.
On the Powers That Be podcast, we examine the players and currents behind today's most consequential decisions. Join us. Listen to the Powers That Be wherever you get your podcasts.
All right, so coming up at 5:08, we'll drink and toast with a shot of the day. And we do have your headlines on the way at 5:50. But first, quick check-in with Mike Hawk and some of the stories and headlines he is not working on.
Well, thank you, Miles. Several artists are testing out golden tickets to their shows. They're basically $20 seats that you'll pick up at the venue, and you don't know where you're seated or standing.
Well, for $20, it's worth it.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I think Coldplay was in on there. Was Ariana Grande in on that? Or who's the other one? Who's the new one? Olivia Rodrigo. Was in on that one. They're basically trying to combat the dynamic pricing.
Well, Grande's done. She's done after what? This week?
She's something
like
stepping away from the spotlight.
She's fine, man. She's fine.
She's going to eat something. Yeah, I mean, good. I'm glad they're doing that, right? Because it's not, the bands don't want to charge that much for the tickets because the band, they'll even tell you, look, when we go on tour, the merchandise is where we make our money, right? We get something from the tickets, but everyone has their hands in it.
Sure. Just get in the venue.
Exactly.
You'll have a good time. I've never had a bad seat at a concert. Yes, technically on paper, were they bad seats? Yes. Was the show good? Yes.
Right.
Did I miss a little of it because of the angle? Probably.
Get in the environment.
I don't care.
The only bad ticket that I ever got, because they have the limited visibility seats, which means, you can't see the screen all that well or something like that. There was one time I bought a seat, it was at the Tacoma Dome, limited visibility, and they meant it. We were down on the floor behind the cameras that are pointed at the stage, so I just stared at a cameraman's ass for about 2.5 hours, like, daggone it.
Yeah, they weren't kidding.
All right. This is the first time that it was right. According to new data, the sleep temperature that people in America love most. Real quick. If you guys
68.
68, I like it. Set the temperature.
67, 68.
67 is exactly what it is. Here in Washington.
You should be cold when you get out from the sheets.
Yes.
You should be cold in your room.
Yes.
It helps you breathe, knocks you out. You don't sweat. If you are sweating, you can drop anchor, take a leg out, man, and you'll cool right back off.
Absolutely.
Get back under there.
We in Washington State, we did like it under 65 degrees. That was our state average.
This rarely gets. I wonder if the east side of the state is different than the west side. Right, because in the summer, they get a full summer, and it is balls hot all the time.
Right.
We get a couple hot days.
Now, this comes on the heels of an article that I saw. I read the headline. I was like, are you kidding me? But, people are determined to get underneath the recommended national average of 74 degrees for their homes, or 78, something like that.
74?
No.
To go to bed?
Right.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm sweating bees if I'm doing that.
Yeah, I mean, here's my thing about bed. Obviously, your bed's comfortable, but I like the covers over me.
Yes.
For whatever reason, it brings me that comfort. So I don't want it to be, like Mario said, I want the room to actually be kind of cold, man.
Exactly. And it should be. Like, even scientists will tell you, you need to be warm in your bed with a cold environment around you. That's how you can sleep the best. You need
San
that
Diego,
cool influence.
Man, they had that air conditioning unit.
Oh, yeah?
And, my daughter was not pleased with me. And I'm like, look, you sleep almost fully clothed anyway.
Right.
You're under 2 blankets. The only thing's going to be cold is your head, and one of us has hair, and it's not me. Like, you're fine. And I'm not turning it up.
Exactly.
That's the other thing.
It's not happening.
Yeah, I'm not going to turn the temperature up, so figure it out.
First order of business in every hotel room that I ever get into. Bring that thing all the way down to 66.
We're on the 3rd floor. I went downstairs to smoke. I'm like, F it. Choked down 2. Come back upstairs. The room is unusually warm. She turned it up to 84.
Oh, my word.
I'm like, hey, man, I'm not stupid. Like, as soon as I opened the door, it is Rose. What is wrong with you?
Let's find a happy
Why did you do
medium
that?
there. 84?
Because I was forcing the issue that we're going to be cold in the room. So when I stepped out to smoke, she's just like, F the old man. Didn't think I'd notice it. I mean, as soon as I walked in, I'm like, you can feel the heat blowing.
Right.
I mean, come on, man.
Right, 84 is too much. Go to 72 or something like that.
Something.
Does she usually like it that hot, or was it just out of spite?
I think it was just out of spite.
Okay.
She's almost a 16-year-old girl. Dad's being difficult with the
Sure.
temperature. Look, and I say this about being in my home. I'm like, I'm not the boss. I'm a consultant at best. But if it's just me and you and we're in a hotel room, I'm completely in charge of that air conditioning. Right? You're watching what you want to watch on TV.
Right.
We're going to restaurants where you like what's on the
paid
menu.
for this room.
And I want the damn room cold.
Right. You need another blanket, we'll talk downstairs.
Get another blanket.
That's right.
Yeah.
We'll get you another blanket. It's cold in this room. Mm-hmm. There's a new cancer-fighting molecule in development that turns a tumor's own energy against it.
Good. That's what it sounds like.
Fighting cancer. One molecule at a time.
It's a loud molecule.
I'm just waiting for one of these developments to really take hold. I feel like we hear about a new development every other month.
We do.
So
we're getting closer. It's like cancer moves its own goalpost.
It does.
Oh my God, the humans are getting close.
Well, and the number of different cancers that fall into the same blanket, breast cancer. There's not one breast cancer. There's a whole bunch of different ones. So it's like, we figured this guy out.
I don't know if you know the answer to this, and I do not. But other than location, would breast cancer be different than lung cancer be different than colorectal cancer? So in other words, is cancer just cancer and it depends where you get it? Or Are these cancers slightly different?
I think cancers, don't quote me on this, correct me if I'm wrong. I think all cancers do relatively similar things.
Stuff, sure.
However, there are different styles, if you will, different flavors of cancer.
So they all dance, and some do the
more
samba.
aggressive than others.
Exactly.
So depending on where it's located,
Right.
it can do damage quicker.
Right, like pancreatic cancer is always
than others.
always
Right.
Yeah, it spreads faster.
Colon cancer, you got to catch it.
It progresses faster. Right,
Correct.
exactly. Women all over the place have gotten breast cancer. The one that my mom got, they said this is this is an aggressive one.
That's what I was wondering, because you do cancer research. It'd be great if cancer is just one thing and it happens to be in different locations and you can target it. But it's like, all right, if you come up with something for breast cancer, does that also show promise for liver cancer or colorectal cancer?
I think it's kind of like viruses, like a flu virus. Like no two flu viruses are exactly the same. There's always something different about
There's a general thing that's in common, but
right.
All right.
Yeah. Put your thinking caps on, Jen. It's time for the Merriam-Webster word of the day. Currently open after we had no winner yesterday, but this is an adjective brought to you by the letter C. You guys are going to get this one. I gave you guys about an 80% chance of success on this one. Now, this term is used with words like term and word and expression, and it's used to describe language that is used in familiar and informal conversation.
Colloquial.
Colloquial.
Yep.
Steven Thrill,
Right.
right there.
I thought that was more of an accent.
No, colloquial is more. It's not so much So generally it's broken down by region, and each region kind of has its own accent. But put it this way, when I lived in upstate New York, something that was awesome or cool, it was mint. When I got to Baltimore, it was slick. They mean the exact. So the colloquial.
All right, gotcha.
The colloquial in Rochester was mint. Colloquial in Baltimore was slick. They mean the exact same thing.
Gotcha.
What was when we moved here? What was the hot term back in the day?
Hella.
Hella.
Think
everything.
about it like soda versus soda pop versus a Coke, a hoagie, a sub, a submarine.
It only took 20 years for Hella to go away. Hella hung on.
I didn't even like Hella when I was here.
I didn't like it either.
No.
It's hella cool.
Right.
She's hella ugly. But it was only it was always positive. It was never hella ugly. Like, she could be hella hot.
Right.
But it was never hella and there's something negative. Like, they hella suck today.
Right. They effing suck, dude.
Yeah, they just dropped the F-bomb.
Apparently, your neighborhood's street layout may influence how well you sleep.
Well, we're next to the light rail.
I'm next to every dumpster in Fremont.
I mean, yeah, dude.
And a garbage bin only drive backwards.
I'm next to a college and a pair of neighbors that have been repairing their house since March.
So is it the street layout or what is happening on your street? Because right now, there's nothing but construction on our street. It's been that way for the last 9 years.
I think it's the feng shui of the neighborhood, dude.
Oh, they're ruining our feng shui.
Yeah, they are.
Oh, dude.
Rolled it right through.
We need a bus lane here. There is no bus that goes up and down the street. There is not one, but we're going to build one anyway. And then we're going to add the bike lanes on the other side. We go, okay. Right. So now where you had 3 lanes traveling in each direction, now we're down to 1. Then we're going to add a traffic circle that, by the way, is not a circle. We're called the traffic blob. It's not a discernible shape. It's just there. But we're not going to align that with the streets.
Now it's an obstacle then.
It is legitimately an obstacle. My wife and I are just like, what in the F are you doing, man? This makes absolutely no sense.
Hey, we don't drive in this area. Let's figure out how to put it together.
They did the same thing in Fremont. They took out 2 lanes, put in bus lanes. I'm just like,
were people bitching about being behind a bus?
No, nobody was.
Right,
because
you know
working
what you
just
signed up
fine.
for.
We actually had parking then.
Yep. All right.
Took all the parking away.
Parking's gone. All right. Just
they could sell you parking miles.
No, but now you can. There was nothing wrong with a 40 going to Ballard. Nothing.
Yep.
Nothing.
There is now.
Changed the whole damn thing for no reason.
Mm-hmm. Yay! That's what we do.
They spent a lot of money to make things worse. I'm just like, Jesus Christ,
Christ.
man. All right. Okay.
That's all you have to do. Is there nothing there's nothing better to do?
No.
Let's just tinker with this. Like, why don't you do something?
Let's use money on that.
Right.
We live on what they call, and I'm not calling it this, the city called it this, an evacuation route. So they had speed bumps. I'm like, what do you guys not?
They have speed bumps on an evacuation route?
That's what I kept saying. Like, and look, there's only houses on one side. Right? The other side is a light rail track. So it's not like there's kids playing out in the street. I mean, I don't understand it.
You have speed
There's
bumps
sanity
on an evacuation.
There's sanity, and there's ridiculous progressive. Okay? Like, you don't have to be ridiculous progressive.
Yeah.
You can be somewhat sane. Please.
2 things that make sense.
Yeah.
That's all.
2 things that make sense.
Yeah, just...
A new study recently marked the first time researchers have been able to confirm the presence of the human herpes virus in lemurs.
All right.
Freaky lemurs.
I tried to warn him. I said, hey, lemur, we can do this, but you might get what I got. Well, then is it still the human herpes virus?
Yeah.
At this point, no. If lemurs can get it, it can be the lemur herpes virus.
Yeah.
The primate. Like, it's not just us. To
And
me, if you put your name on it, it should be exclusive to us.
Going back to earlier conversation, how is it different than the lemur's herpes virus?
Right.
Oh, wait, this lemur's got herpes. Oh, but this one has human herpes.
Yeah, why you gotta say it like that?
Right.
Are you implying that someone has sex with the lemur, or is this something that you did in the lab and said,
Right.
oh, crap, he still got herpes?
Right.
Or did you have sex with the lemur in the lab? Either way, I'm just saying.
Exactly.
Why do we know this? Why do we know that lemurs have herpes?
He's got the lemur herpes.
Same thing with koalas. Man, they have chlamydia. Like, who figured that out? I'm just, look, it doesn't matter.
Well, where did you get that from?
I'm curious.
Don't want to talk about it.
What you got in there, buddy?
Don't want to talk about it, mate.
We'll leave that one
What
behind.
happens down under stays down under.
Yeah, geez.
Crikey.
People online are talking about the things that have become more socially acceptable in the past 10 years. So let's go back in time.
The Men's Room Top 10. The Men's Room Top 10.
So this comes to us from BuzzFeed.com, and we already covered the dating terms that nobody really wants to hear anymore over the last 10 years that have sprouted up. So let's talk about the things that have become socially acceptable in just the last decade. Bottom of the list, they go with bringing a water bottle everywhere.
That's true. Yeah, absolutely.
I don't do that, but most people do.
You should, man. You got to stay hydrated out here. They say someone says if we have guests over for a nice dinner, I'll ask them what I can get them to drink, and they just plunk their huge water bottle down on the kitchen table.
That I've never done. Because I'm hoping you have booze.
Sure.
Oh, I guess I put booze in my water bottle.
Plus having water, you ensure that you have water whenever you need it.
Sure.
Even when you're drinking. Like if I'm going to go someplace and go, if I'm going to go to somebody's house and go drinking, I wouldn't mind having a water bottle that I can just have for when I need to refresh myself.
I can get your water bottle if you got it now.
I'm aware of that. I got my water bottle.
All right.
You don't got to worry about me. We're all good.
It's like saying, I brought my own air. I prefer to breathe that.
I have my own vessel.
Yeah.
Look at that. Nice, clean, ice water. Perfect. Betting and gambling, like online sports and betting prediction markets.
Yeah. I mean, that's just a matter of legislation where it's like, look.
Was it less socially acceptable 10 years ago?
It's not that. It's almost like weed. Everyone I knew smoked weed.
Sure.
You couldn't always say it out loud because it wasn't legal. Then once you legalize it, everyone that smoked weed is like, yeah, I smoke weed. So sometimes socially acceptable, I think, just versus like, what has the Fed said it is okay to admit to? So gambling was a big thing. But now, like you said, there's all this online stuff and all. So
exactly.
Hell, if you watch... You can't even watch a football game now because at some point they cut over to, and our gambling expert so-and-so. Hey, in the second half.
I have half-hour shows just on fantasy football and where to place your bets.
DraftKings, Caesars Sportsbook.
Oh, God. Our company used to have just radio stations that just talked about gambling.
No kidding.
Oh, yeah, sports shows.
Oh, my word.
Sports radio that just talked about...
Brought to you by...
It's called it's called The Gambler, or whatever they call it,
Gotcha.
AM radio.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And I feel like that was just something that you got to do when you were 21. You had to go to the reservation to go to the casino in order to be to do it. But that was the reason to go to Vegas. You can do anything that you wanted, but the main draw was that you were going to go there and gamble.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay. Profanity, which I do agree with. Somebody said, I don't appreciate how casual and acceptable swearing has become. It's everywhere now. And I remember growing up, that was a thing that my parents really kind of clamped the hammer down on was keeping the language clean, keeping it proper. My dad to this day still makes sure that if his wife's present that the language is kept clean. So it's it's gotten so much looser. It's opened up quite a bit. Open guilt-free cheating academically.
Oh,
things that have become socially acceptable in the last 10 years.
Is that socially acceptable?
Honey, I'm cheating on you.
There's always been
cool.
cheating on tests and assignments, but using AI and online resources doesn't seem bad to people. Just another faster way of getting it done and over with. That's because, in my opinion, that's because with AI and online sources, that's more the calculator of today. Do this math problem. Well, I can just use a calculator and get it done. Well, that's cheating. Yeah, but it's also the future.
No, also, I want it to be the correct answer, and I don't trust myself. How about that? Like anything else.
Yeah, you told me you wanted the correct answers here. And look, I don't know that AI makes it okay as opposed to the fact that we know like AI exists. Kids need to get a project done, right? There's a percentage of students that always want to learn. Someone like my brother, he would have taken the time to learn. You're not going to change it one way or another. Me, I would have used AI. Point is, I got to turn this assignment. I'm a kid, so I don't necessarily understand the ramifications or the importance of this. I'll figure it out later. But that's the problem. You're trying to tell a kid, like, they don't care.
No.
They just want to get it done.
Well, and they're going into a market which, I'm sorry, I don't care what your feelings say. The AI is finding its way into the working world. So if they know how to use it, how to harness it, and how to make it profitable in one way, that they should be doing that. I'm sorry that they wrote an essay using AI wait a minute, it's defeated the purpose. I get it. In certain ways, that's dumbing down our society, and yeah, we need to get them to understand what it is they're writing, why they're writing it, why it sounds this way, and how to get that point across in their own way. I understand that. However, them finding a way to integrate that, they're going to go into the working world, and they don't care if the prompt that you've put up is AI created. This presentation that you've made for this boardroom of people, they don't care that it was AI created. They just want the facts that are on there.
People use spreadsheets as opposed to... And look, if you want the kids to remember stuff, it's like two different arguments. I mean, I'm like, look, they're going to use AI. You can kid yourself and say they're not, but they are. But have them handwrite the stuff then.
Right.
You're better at remembering things that you write down versus typing. So it's like, look, if the kid's going to cheat and use AI, if your goal is for them to at least retain some of this information, then have them handwrite it. So even if they're just handwriting what they're reading from AI, they will retain the information better.
Find a different way to tell you that they comprehend.
Or piss and moan about it, but like there's a solution in front of you.
Exactly. Exactly. Things that have become socially acceptable in the last decade, our ability to concentrate has disappeared.
Well, sure.
People will often have full conversations based on a headline that they remember seeing. But that's also that's social media. We've got drive-by media all over the place.
And I don't think that people have a hard time concentrating as much as where we choose to go for certain information. They just give it to you quick.
Yeah.
Right. My kid can sit down and watch a 3-hour movie if they're being entertained, but they also like TikTok where it's a 30-second hit.
Right.
You don't have to concentrate on that.
I honestly have learned so much by basically, I get the I learn like AI does. I get the drive-by headline so I know this is a topic that people are talking about right now. I'm not going to go into detail about it because I don't know what I don't know. However, I will hear this person talk about it and this person talk about it and these people talk about it, and everybody's got a different take, everybody's got a different spin, everybody's got a different way of dissecting that, and I kind of get a general vibe of what we got going on here.
Sure.
And that's how I go. I don't talk on it. I don't try to profess on it, but there you go. Being on your phone while socializing. It's not completely normal for somebody to be on their phone while having a conversation with someone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Our attention span's gone.
Sure.
We've lost the ability to basically disconnect from constant contact with everybody.
But I also appreciate it because it means people get to the point quicker.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You know, they want the conversation to be done quickly. I promise you I do too. So, just give me the bullet points, and then if it's still interesting, we can talk.
Right.
Someone there on YouTube says, you are crazy to think AI is a substitute for real learning. We don't.
No.
We said it's what kids are going to do. That's one. Right. But we continue. I guarantee you don't want an engineer to blindly basically use AI solution to a bridge without knowing the real physics behind it. That's not how people use it. What they would use AI for with the bridge is, this is what we believe the situation is. You put in the prompt, and then you verify whether it is correct or not.
Right.
Right? It accelerates the process. It does not replace humanity's ability to understand what is safe.
Correct.
Right? Because at that point, you're an idiot.
Right. If they're using it for the application that it can be used on in that manner, yeah, that's what we're talking about.
My brother understands math, but my brother uses a calculator.
Exactly.
And then he can verify if that Let's all just cut out all this crap.
I understand that 4.2683 million plus 236,000. I understand that we're adding two things together here. It's a lot quicker if I just plug it into a doggone calculator.
Right. And then they still have all the things you do to verify that these things are accurate.
I comprehend. Yeah. I know. Photos of your kids online. Not only are people less concerned about sharing images of their own kids, but other family members, other parents, and even the kids' schools seemed less hesitant about posting photos online.
Yeah, I just don't do it.
Yep, I don't blame you.
I mean, my wife will do it for me, but I don't do it.
Constantly canceling plans. 100%.
I like doing stuff.
Right.
Who's constantly canceling plans?
Oh,
really?
Lots of people. There used to be a stigma around flaking, but now bailing on plans is considered self-care and protecting your peace. Then don't make the plan. No, it's not.
Right.
We're setting boundaries. No, you're flaking on plans. Okay.
it.
When you, Steve, you and I, we're going to make a plan to hang out later on tonight, okay? Yeah, I could be going doing something else. Yeah, maybe I want to go do something else tonight. But you know what? We've made a plan. I'm going to dedicate this time over here.
That's what you agreed to do.
There you go. Guess what? You're going to put yourself out a little bit. Be there for your friends.
No, I made a plan 3 days to go to hang out with my daughter. Go to dinner tonight.
There you go.
I would never cancel on her.
No.
Not in a million years.
Will she cancel on you?
No. Not unless something crazy came.
But what if you need to protect your peace, Miles?
Yeah, well, no.
Go be with your daughter.
Jesus Christ.
AI. This is also used to feel scary, but now people have entire conversations with AI, even if it's during a Google search. Don't have conversations with AI.
Yeah, don't.
Come on, man. Get out there. And then this is the number one thing that has become socially acceptable in just the last decade. Location sharing. It used to feel creepy, but now many people have at least one app that will show people right where they are.
No, it's still creepy.
I don't want you to know where I am.
You don't need to know. It's none of your goddamn business.
If I want to hang out with you, I would cancel plans.
Sometimes it's...
right.
Sometimes it's easier for,
Why don't we meet in Bellingham? Oh, sorry, can't make it.
Sometimes it's easier for your wife to see on a map where you are instead of asking and you having to tell her a place that she doesn't know.
I like to tell her because I might be lying.
No, I'm right up the road. Don't worry about it.
I'm on my way.
Fire crews in the UK put out a pair of intentionally set fires, but where they were set is a little ironic, Miles.
Where were they set?
Tell you all about it at 5:50.
Thank you, sir. Headlines are coming up at 5:50. In the meantime, every minute to drinking time.
Somebody out there deserves to be recognized. And the men's room knows just who it is. So to you, we say, bottoms up, sailor. You're the toast of our shot of the day.
Drink time it is, and as usual, we head to the drink test and Steve with Thrill Hill to find out who we're toasting.
Yes, indeed. And today we toast 46-year-old Sean Adams of Robbinsville, North Carolina. Now, Sean, he was the passenger in a car that was pulled over. The driver was arrested on an outstanding warrant, was also cited for driving with a revoked license and for driving left of center. Now, then it was Sean's turn. Now, by the time they were done searching our honoree, he was charged with the following. Okay, now, he's the passenger in the car, but obviously his lady he's with seemed a little suspect, so he was then charged with carrying a concealed firearm, possession of cocaine, possession of drug paraphernalia, possession of a Schedule II controlled substance, possession of methamphetamine, possession with intent to manufacture, sell, or deliver a Schedule II controlled substance, trafficking of methamphetamine, and 2 counts of maintaining a vehicle, dwelling, or place to store said drugs. And the reason we're toasting him for all that is because our boy Sean is also the mayor of Robbinsville. Yes, indeed.
Jesus.
That's the mayor, dude. Yeah, they searched his ass and they just said, look, man, no one's above the law, and this is ridiculous. So, yeah, that's the person they elected. So we pour this booze and we drink this booze because we think it's yummy.
Yummy!
So over the tongue and down the throat to party in our tummies. Down the hola bichola.
All right, let's get a contestant on the line now for Profile This, 206-803-ROCK. Profile This is next.
I'm Anna Garcia, host of True Crime News, the podcast. Every week, we bring you in-depth coverage on cases making headlines, as well as those that go under the radar. Tune in for murders that defy explanation, mysteries seeking exploration, and shocking secrets that will leave you breathless. Each week, we honor the victims by going beyond the salacious in our search for justice. Crime never stops, and neither do we. Listen to True Crime News, available now on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Let's be honest. Life's too busy to sit down with a book sometimes. That's why Amazon Music Unlimited now lets you listen to one audiobook from Audible's catalog each month. Listen while you commute, work out, or tackle that pile of dishes. Any audiobook, any genre, your choice. Transform your daily routine into quality reading time. Download the Amazon Music app and turn your next chapter into an audio adventure.
Hi, I'm PJ Vogt, and I want to tell you about my podcast, Search Engine. We try to make sense of the world, one question at a time. No question too big, no question too small. We will even answer your questions if you send them in. Stuff like, what happens when a cemetery goes out of business? What should we do about teens using AI to do their homework? Who buys luggage at the airport luggage store? Follow and listen to Search Engine in partnership with Odyssey, wherever you get your podcasts.
Let's be honest. Life's too busy to sit down with a book sometimes. That's why Amazon Music Unlimited now lets you listen to one audiobook from Audible's catalog each month. Listen while you commute, work out, or tackle that pile of dishes. Any audiobook, any genre, your choice. Transform your daily routine into quality reading time. Download the Amazon Music app and turn your next chapter into an audio adventure.
The Men's Room presents Profile This.
And Stephen Thrill Hawkins, please tell everyone how Profile This is played.
I sure can, Miles. It's a simple game where we share with you a real-life news story. Something that happened right here on planet Earth. Earth. And as you listen to the story, based on the stereotypes you believe to be true of people and the decisions that people make, we'll ask you what it is you think makes the story a story. Hello, Gary. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Hello, my brothers.
Hola. All right, Gary, you understand how this here game is played?
I do, sir. Can I shout out to the YouTubers?
Sure.
Shout out, YouTubers.
No, he was very succinct. I like that. All right, Gary. Today, you have your choice of one of three categories. Today, we offer you the wonderful world of drugs. We have Bite Me. In other words, what did someone find in their food? And finally, today, Animalize This, where you guess the animal responsible for causing the problem.
I love the Animalize This.
A South Carolina zoo revealed that the animal whose escape prompted the facility to remain closed last Thursday was a potentially scary one. The Greenville Zoo said on social media that Irina, a 4-year-old critter, left her enclosure Thursday morning and was loose within the zoo grounds. Now they say it was safely tranquilized a couple hours later and returned to her enclosure. Now the zoo said, however, it would remain closed for the rest of that day while officials investigated exactly how the animal escaped. In other words, they're not entirely sure how the animal got out. So the zoo issued a statement saying, quote, the Greenville Zoo is temporarily closed while zoo personnel and first responders contained an animal that left its exhibit.
That's fair.
The animals inside the zoo walls. Greenville police and firefighters are on the scene to keep the public at a safe distance. It has since reopened. I just want to point out, when this animal had gotten out, there's a group of elementary school students that were there. And as one of the parents says, they got a text reading, hello, junior zoologist families. We have an emergency at the Greenville Zoo. Children that have been dropped off already are in the Brooks Playground. Please stay away from the zoo. We will update you as soon as possible. As a parent, that's got to be terrifying. In the end, no one got hurt. But the question is, what kind of animal escaped its enclosure? Was it a chimpanzee? Was it a leopard? Was it a crocodile, or was it a giraffe? So chimp, leopard, crocodile, or giraffe?
Okay, so they tranquilized it.
Yeah.
So it's not a reptile. And I love them chimpanzees. So I'm going with the monkeys.
I'm going chimp, Gary.
Closest brothers.
Okay. I think I'm going to go, I'm going to go crocodile.
Give me the leopard.
Going to leopard?
I'm going leopard on this one.
What escaped at the zoo in South Carolina? Chimp, leopard, crocodile, giraffe? We'll find out next.
That was a tease.
You are listening to the Men.
Hey there, it's Jill Schlesinger. I'm launching a brand new show. It's called Money Moves. Follow and listen wherever you get your podcasts.
Room. Category is Animalize This on Profile. This is going to South Carolina, where a zoo had an animal escape that they said was dangerous. The zoo closed for the day because they could not figure out how the animal escaped its enclosure. So you put the animal back in there, you let everyone come back in, it gets out the same way, which they don't even know. It does what it does.
But they did let the kids that were already there, like, let's go to the playground.
Question is, was it a chimpanzee, a leopard, a crocodile, or a giraffe?
And Gary, that is a question that we posed to you. Let us start with Miles Montgomery went with the crocodile.
I did.
And Gary, like you said, you can't tranquilize a crocodile. Now, Gary, I'm also going to be honest, I did not know that until you said that, and a couple other people confirmed that. Is it because they're cold-blooded?
I was a wildlife guy.
Ah, okay. So then, Gary, you went with the old chimpanzee, our closest brother. Nope, not the chimpanzee. So that leaves Mike. You went with a leopard.
I did.
And you walked
okay.
So
That's bad.
Awesome. Yeah, because the other thing about a leopard, like any cat, once it's out, its whole goal is to not be seen.
Just stay out.
So they're like, they already dropped the kids off. Like, oh, Jesus.
Now for all TV news all the time, it's time for TV Time with Tim.
And now, because your pathetic life is confined to countless hours in front of a talking box, the Men's Room presents TV Time with Ted.
Oh, that's it here. What do I got?
Need your water, Miles?
Let me look at it.
Need your water?
I got it.
There you go.
Hold on, what else? Oh, I know you guys have missed Ted. And with that, you missed your sports report, so I'm here for that.
lovely.
On TV Time with Ted, exactly.
You're gonna
tomorrow, as you know, NFL season is back, kicks off with the Hall of Fame game in Canton, Ohio. One of the worst fields that any NFL team has ever played on. The cause of injuries, the turf is horrible, the venue is just so-so, but that is where the NFL Hall of Fame is, and they do that game.
The coach said it, the players said it,
everyone
NFL says, right, but it's the Hall of Fame. Maybe that's why they pick bum teams.
Is it a college field? Like what?
No. It's just a field
that's attached to the Football Hall of Fame.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. It's at Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium in Canton, Ohio.
Okay.
I don't even know if they play high school there or anything else.
I don't know.
It is what it is. Just know this. The Hall of Fame game is tomorrow. It's at 5 o'clock. Carolina Panthers and Arizona Cardinals.
I'm sorry.
That will be one of the few nationally televised preseason games out of the 3. But no, wait, there's more. If you are a Panther or a Cardinal, because you're playing in this game, you get to play 4 preseason games.
Instead of the 3.
This year, instead of the 3.
That the players lobbied for.
Yeah, pretty much.
Soften up them Cardinals.
So that's that is our first game tomorrow night. Now, just know this. Week 1 has no nationally televised broadcast games. Although the NFL Network will carry 6 games nationally from their local cable or whatever provider. Right. So you can go there. It might be live. It might not be live.
But it's funny because you get the local guys calling it.
Correct.
Right. And correct. Like if you live in that city, you're used to those guys. But anytime you hear the other city's local guys, it's not that they're good or bad. It's just so different than a national broadcast.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So how it works is the games are played, in this case, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Now, the Hawks play on Saturday. That's 5 o'clock. Dallas is coming to town. So that's our first preseason game here in Seattle. For me and you, Steve, it's the Ravens and the Eagles.
My brother will be officiating that game. My son has already reached out to him like, hey, our brother's like, it's a preseason game.
Come on, man.
Like, pipe down, dude.
But as far as week 1, again, there are no games on the national broadcast scale. You have to go to week 2 for that. That will include the Seahawks, by the way. A Sunday night game, August 23rd, the Tennessee Titans come. So the Seahawks have 2 back-to-back home preseason games. Keep in mind, they're only playing 3.
Right.
All right, the other nationally televised game, the Raiders and the Texans, will be on Thursday Night Football. So we'll have 2 on week 2, Thursday and Sunday.
The Raiders look forward to preseason, I think. Like the regular season's god-awful.
Mm-hmm.
They know
that's as good as they're going to
they
be.
might get some victories in the preseason.
Ravens are playing the Vikings, by the way, on Saturday in week 2.
Ooh, purple on purple violence.
Yes. Let's see here. As far as week 3 goes, the final preseason week, there are 2 nationally televised games. Your Thursday night game, Patriots and Brownies, and Friday night they got the Bengals and the Eagles as the Seahawks go to Kansas City and take on the Chiefs on a Friday game. So that one gets underway at 5 o'clock. So there's just a recap of your preseason 3 weeks of football if you're a Ravens or a Seahawks fan.
Hooray!
But I'm kind of happy when you hear the preseason schedule, only because that means you're not going to play those teams in regular season. So if you're a Hawks fan, Kansas City, you're not playing them this year. Cool. When I hear Eagles for the Ravens, I go, cool. We're not playing them in regular season.
First week comes back, Thursday Night Football, obviously Sunday Night Football, and Monday Night Football. Good news, if you're a Carrie Underwood fan, for the 14th straight season, you will see her doing her thing for the show's open on Sunday Night Football. That kicks off September 13th on NBC.
That is the cushiest gig in music right now.
It is and it's not. The way she explained it, she said, look, it's kind of an honor when they come to you, but she goes, those opens that we do, right? And it lasts, maybe 90 seconds of her singing and all that. I guess the shooting schedule for that,
one day.
She's like, listen, man, it is. And she's not asking him to boo-hoo for it, but she's like, as a musician and a performer, I have never worked harder than I did to do that NFL
to earn
Open.
that $12 million in one day.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, basically, what you have the general hook of the song, all right, and then you just put in the individual parts,
right?
Like it's a party night in Buffalo.
That's
whatever.
She gets the schedule before the rest of us.
She does.
Chicago. They just do the same thing over and over again. All right, let's move on to the world of sports here a little bit. Believe it or not, this is kind of a big deal, but the Women's Professional Baseball League, the WPBL, actually debuted on Saturday. And It's professional women's baseball.
All right.
Good for them, man.
A league of their own.
Over the years, there have been several attempts at this. But during the first big game, the league chose Motown legend Martha Reeves. All right? She's going to perform the national anthem. This is a big deal as well. For Saturday's inaugural game, brand new league, women's professional baseball. Here we go. Now, Martha Reeves, by the way, is a musical legend. What song do we play from Martha Reeves on this radio station? Probably once every 2 or 3 days. It is in the United States Library of Congress National Recording Registry as one of the greatest songs that Americans have gifted to the people of the United States. Martha Reeves and the Vandellas.
Oh, the Vandellas.
It's a cover.
It is.
Obviously.
Vandellas. That's a name. Hang on.
Dancing in the Street. So it's covered by Van
really?
Dalen.
Okay.
That's Martha Reeves and the Vandellas. It's also in the United States Library of Congress as one of the quintessential songs that make up American history, right? So she does have her place in musical history. Now, she's also 85 years old. Keep that in mind. And she was asked to do the national anthem. Now, they say from the start, the rendition was a little shaky and kind of out of sync with the backup singers, to put it mildly.
She's 85.
But the performance was so bad that the camera kept cutting to people in the crowd and the players on the field, and everyone seemed to be trying their best not to burst out laughing. So everyone had a very awkward-looking facial expression. Here's a little bit of Martha at 85 attempting the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and
Oh, God. It continues.
It doesn't slow down.
play.
She just keeps going.
Yes. Now, hate to do this to you.
Don't step on
Turn
Martha
it up. Turn it up. Come on, man.
Here we go.
She sounds like Edith from All in the Family.
She sounds like an 85-year-old woman doing that anthem.
Oh, no.
Just run right in. Is this the haunting of the Star Spangled Banner?
Oh. Ladies and gentlemen, PBA.
Way to go, Martha.
Women's Pro Baseball League.
Wow.
Okay.
And they're off.
I didn't mean to do this, but still on the sports theme. So I want to watch a couple shows, and after I got my my nose done, sitting around for a couple days, I decided I'm going to watch a couple of series.
All right.
So the first one I watched was the Hawk. Now that is the Will Ferrell Netflix show
right.
about a professional golfer who tries to come back and reclaim his glory. Now, his son is an actual professional golfer in the show, and he is very successful. So he's a younger guy. He is up and coming. Will Ferrell tries to come in and regain that past glory. Now, the one thing I can say about Will Ferrell, and the more I thought about this, what is this show missing? And the idea being, look, Talladega Nights. He's played a race car driver.
Yep.
He has played a professional ice skater.
Yep.
He has done a number of roles where he plays an athlete. Semi-pro, he is a ABA basketball player, okay? The thing about Will Ferrell is Will Ferrell needs someone to have fodder with. He needs a John C. Reilly.
Mm-hmm.
He needs someone that he can bounce off with, and they can share their comedic stylings.
Because he ad-libs all the time, right?
Correct. I mean, even if you watch, Anchorman, I mean, he and Paul Rudd are going up. They're all having a good time together, trying to make each other laugh. The only miss on this show is that it's got a little element of Happy Gilmore to it. And I don't know when this became a thing, but look, it's one thing, and Owen Wilson's in it. It's one thing.
Wow.
Yeah, it's one thing to have someone famous be a character, all right? But it's another thing, I think, sometimes for the person to just play themselves in a Happy Gilmore way. And he seems to kind of incorporated that in.
Okay, all right.
To what is going on, so to speak. So when you see whoever it is, Ricky Fowler, it's Ricky Fowler the golfer, all right? It doesn't really make it entertaining. It's cool that he shows up. Right. It's kind of an Adam Sandler thing to do.
Yeah.
It doesn't really make it, Bob Barker shows up. It's Bob Barker.
Right.
But Bob Barker's
You
going
put
to
him in a situation that's awesome.
It's going to be funny. So I was thinking about this. So then I watched another golf thing, show called Sticks. That's with Owen Wilson. Now that show is a little bit better if you're into to sports. And I'm realizing I'm sitting there and I'm watching sports shows. So I thought to myself, hey, what are some of the best television shows that are based around sports?
All right.
I'll give them to you real quick. So you got a show called Shoresy. This is basically from the guys who did Letterkenny.
Letterkenny, yep.
It's a Canadian comedy. It's about hockey. It's a slapstick modern-day version. Apparently, it's hysterical. This is a show I'm going to watch.
He was a character in Letterkenny that was funny as hell. That was actually one of the main characters.
Never even heard of that.
They say Chad Powers is great on Disney. This is the one that basically...
Chad Powell, I only saw the
Eli
commercials.
Manning kind of started this.
But he was a football player, and I don't know, he got himself into some kind of trouble, so he has physically changed his looks.
So he can be a walk-on at a different college and continue to play college football.
Oh, yeah.
So he tries to do his thing. 13 on the list, they say Dark Side of the Ring. That is on Vice. And
that's a heavy show, but it's good.
That's about wrestling, and it does get down and dirty, and
it's like that. Really
it takes
good.
you to the underside of it. Ted's talked about it a lot. Also on the list, Winning Time. That was the rise of the Lakers dynasty. They take it back to Jerry Buss in 1979 when he got the team and the rise of that organization. Number 11 on the list is All American. All right?
All right.
This is on the CW, and it's a coming-of-age sports drama inspired by the story of real-life pro linebacker Spencer Paysinger. So it's based on a real-life thing. This is why Ted likes this show. All right, you know Ted went to a private Catholic school.
Yes, he did.
Yeah. All right, they recruit every player they got. DeMath is #1 in basketball this year. They're #1 in football this year. You know why? Because they go to the city and they find the best players.
Right.
And they offer these high school kids scholarships to go to their school.
Exactly.
That is what this show is about. It is about an affluent school in Beverly Hills who basically goes around L.A., picks the best players, kicks everyone's ass, and acts like they're great at it.
Right.
When they're not even taking players from their own area, so to speak, where the people get bussed in, like it used to be. So now, once I realized that, I was like, no wonder he likes All American.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like just plucking people. It's like, what's over here?
O'Day.
It's almost like O'Day. All right, what else we got? The League comes in at number 10. That's on FX.
The League was great.
What else? Welcome to Wrexham. I watched that. That's on FX now.
Oh, yeah.
That's Rob Mack and Ryan Reynolds. That is a true story. They bought that organization and got it up to the next tier as far as soccer goes.
Hell yeah.
Stick, by the way, is on Apple TV with Owen Wilson. That's a pretty good show. Glow, Netflix.
All right.
That goes back to
Women
the
of
days
wrestling.
of Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling.
That's right.
And kind of puts that back into history. Remember that show?
I do.
That was awesome. What else do we have? Sports Night on ABC. That was before The West Wing, and Aaron Sorkin was basically just doing a Sports Center style drama ripoff. They're saying that is the 6th best show about sports. Cobra Kai, number 5. We know that one on Netflix.
It's not about sports. I mean,
it's a martial arts.
Okay. All right.
Eastbound and Down is at 4 on HBO. You know that with Kenny Powers, Danny McBride.
Yeah.
The Last Dance, the Michael Jordan Chicago Bulls documentary on Netflix. That's number 3. Ted Lasso, which debuts tonight. That is number 2 on Apple TV. They say the number 1 sports
Friday
show
Night
ever.
Lights.
Friday Night Lights.
Never watched it,
On
but everyone I
NBC.
know that watched it loved it.
Yeah. And speaking of television side, what do we got here real quick? I don't know. I'll pull this stuff up. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? The Challenge. The Shards on Hulu. Sterling Point on Amazon. Star Wars, The Ninth Jedi on Disney+. That's a Japanese anime.
There's 9 of them now.
Ted Lasso, 4th season, premieres tonight on Apple TV. And your Mariners are in action at 6:40, Game 2 with the Tigers. There you go. TV time with Ted.
Men's Room returns with Miles and Thrill. Now, let's see what's happening in the real world.
All right, here we go. Guy in England gets 4 years in jail after slamming into cop cars 30 different times. Meanwhile, it turns out even a crematorium can burn down when caused by crime. Pennsylvania lost dog found in Wisconsin after 2 years. A python in your car should be one of life's fears. And today's rescued animal is a cat hiding in a closet for 3 days in a burning apartment. And it's time for your headline.
Now, it's time to hit the headlines. Here's my car.
All right, our top story. We go to the UK where there's an arsonist afoot. Local fire crews were called to the scene after a pair of fires were reported. They were able to safely extinguish the fires before too much damage was done, and nobody was harmed in either blaze, with the incident declared under control by earlier that evening. After an investigation, it was determined that both fires were set intentionally, but it makes it even more ironic that both fires were intentionally lit at the local crematorium.
Why? I mean, I'm not encouraging being an arsonist, but I'm just saying if I were, The crematorium would be like the least exciting place.
I'm going to burn down this fireplace.
Exactly.
It's built for fire.
From where the photos that I saw, I think it was more in the general vicinity of the crematorium. I think it was more on the property, as it were. So I think they just burned something that blew up out of control. But
all right. I mean, like, are you a safe arsonist?
Or maybe they thought it was funny. Hey, man, we're going to burn down the crematorium. Get it?
There's some irony to it.
Right?
Sure.
In other news, we will stick with the UK, where a mystery has been solved. Police got a call from a driver of a runaway Jaguar, claiming that his brakes weren't working inside of his car and that he needed assistance bringing it to a stop. Apparently, it just kept on accelerating. After his harrowing ride, he told authorities and eventually media outlets that his car continued to accelerate in spite of him hitting the brakes, trying the emergency brake button, taking it out of gear. Nothing would slow down the vehicle that eventually reached dangerous speeds of 125 miles an hour. He said the car just had a complete meltdown. This thing just started flooring it. But an investigation was conducted by authorities as well as Jaguar in an attempt to save face here. And it was later discovered our boy made the whole thing up.
What?
They found out that he had taken a call shortly before his call to authorities from his car finance company, informing him that his request to borrow more money had been rejected.
Okay.
He took that call while he was completely stopped 30 seconds before his 999 call about his car not being able to stop. And they were able to determine all this, that while he was accelerating, he never made any attempt to hit the brake at all. Like it, they have ways, I don't know how, maybe it's cameras inside the car, maybe it's just data on some sort of computer, and it's a Jaguar. So
a lot of it is the information on the computer in the cars, basically. That people are protesting that here because insurance companies and stuff.
Absolutely.
Like, you speed a lot, but I didn't get caught. So, but with that, maybe he did not know that.
Right.
But that's why it's like, look, if you're going to make something up about it, man, they're going to tap that computer.
Right. And they were saying that he basically did one, if not millions of dollars in reputation damages to Jaguar, that they had to spend that money to backspin it, to get it out of it.
Because until you know,
right.
It's like, man, Jaguar makes a weird car.
Exactly. And so they put out this recovery effort like, that's not what our stuff does.
Look,
like, there's literally
our
no way.
cars are notoriously crappy, but that's not one of the problems.
I like Jaguars. What's wrong with a Jaguar?
They're just notoriously crappy.
Are they
They
really?
just break down.
Crap. All those international cars do.
No, it's any car from England.
Right.
If you have a Land Rover, you know. I'm not saying people love them.
Yeah,
they love them. They're stylish as hell. You look at them and they want to sucker you in. But if you buy one of those cars, you become best friends with the entire service department at the place you bought it.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know everybody in the back.
It's a notorious.
Because you're in there every weekend.
Right. And you're waiting 6 months for a part to come out.
It doesn't matter if it, you can buy a 70s Triumph.
Fiat.
Right, seriously. You buy it doesn't matter what it is. Well, Fiat's dying, but still.
That's true enough.
Same difference.
To Australia, where animals like to perform jump scares. A driver called authorities one afternoon when they opened up the glove compartment of their car to find a rather large python taking shelter inside. A snake catcher made their way out to the scene and took a video of the encounter with the reptile. While unenthusiastic about being removed from his hiding spot, the snake was captured without incident and taken to a wildlife hospital.
Without incident. He didn't resist arrest?
Pretty much. She even was grabbing like, don't strike at me. And she was just able to grab the snake and pull it out. Let's see here. It appeared to have a small injury that needed to be looked at before they relocated the animal. It was captured without incident and taken to a wildlife hospital.
And then what?
I don't know. And snake's taken care of.
They fed it to somebody else.
He's fine.
Yeah, pretty much. It's Australia. You got to knock it off, man.
Right, and it's just,
I can't open up. I can't drive without something coming out and scaring the living daylights out of me.
Or that giant-ass spider in the corner of my bedroom.
I'm good. We've got some good news in the midst of tragedy in Utah. Crews got a call about a 5-story apartment building that went up in flames. It turned into a 4-alarm fire likely caused by a mechanical issue and affected the 220 units within the building. They did manage to get the fire extinguished and began the long process of assessing the damage, and that included searching the affected units. 3 days after the blaze, they discovered an animal that had managed to survive being in the midst of the inferno, a cat that took up shelter in one of the closets for 3 days and managed to survive. But the reason that this cat is making headlines is because he has a rather fitting name. After surviving 3 days in a burning apartment building, his name's Toast.
All right. Good for Toast.
It's probably like, change my name.
Right. You're manifesting it at this point.
Right. That's awesome.
No. And just in case those stories left a bad taste in your mouth.
Thankfully, there's good news.
We go to Pennsylvania, where miracles happen. A family was devastated when their 6-year-old boxer, Charlie Sue, went missing. Charlie Sue. They searched for her for a while before ultimately coming to the conclusion that they had lost her for good. That was until 2 years later that they got a call from a humane society claiming that somebody had found Charlie Sue. She was rescued by a good Samaritan that took her in, and her microchip was scanned. And that's when all parties discovered that Charlie Sue, she traveled 600 miles in 2 years.
Damn.
Eventually, her family made their way out to Wisconsin from Pennsylvania, where she was found, and both were reunited. Hooray.
Bad sense of direction.
Right. I just want to get the hell out of Pennsylvania.
Yeah, no kidding.
I hate the Pirates. Men's Room Sports, there's more championship soccer quarterfinals over on FS1 and FS2 and baseball on ESPN. And the Mariners have game 2 against Detroit tonight over on Mariners TV.
Tigers.
As far as your weather, the heat continues. Should be clear with a low of 58 tonight. Tomorrow, they're expecting more of the same. Sunny and clear skies with a high right around 86. That is it for headlines with that. Mike Hawk, huzzah.
Thanks, sir. Appreciate it. We'll see you next time for the game known as Big Dummy. The lovely Jolene is up in just seconds.
Yes, indeed. It's all true. But in the meantime, well, we be all about this bitch. So until tomorrow, please do what you do best. And for Aletha's sake, stay beautiful.
The Men's Room has been taped before a live studio audience. Wardrobe and makeup provided by Mantastic Limited. This has been a presentation of the Men's Room Radio Network.
Oh, man!
A Double Flush production.
The podcast Campus Files is back with more stories of scandal, crime, and intrigue on college campuses. Campus Files, available now wherever you get your podcasts.
From daily news to dating fails, conspiracy theories to cooking with celebrities who can't actually cook, Amazon Music's got the most ad-free top podcasts ready to entertain, included with Prime.